Well, I know there too. He's in my office.
Chief Joe never thought Is this what we spent so far, or is this
Yes.
just what we set aside?
No, that's what we've spent so far, so up here, if you look, these are gonna be, these right here, and then back here, then you should be able to see your
Just making sure I'm
expenses.
looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought, I just wanna make
Yeah,
sure.
you got it right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, your expenses started on page two.
Mm-hmm.
Something like this right here. She says there's more out there, it needs to be at the bottom.
Okay. All right. Okay.
This, so this one right here too, so this, he's asking about the $8,000. Is that an insurance check too?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So she'll probably, yeah, fix it.
I got you.
Exactly.
We have a motion by Charles to approve June financials.
I'll second that.
We have a second by Kevin. Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Crowder, did you?
I guess I'm gonna oppose it.
All right, we got 3-4 to oppose, so it carries. All right. So next on the agenda, we got staff committee comments, so beautification, I believe that to you, Tyler.
It is me. I don't know, I'm sure most of you have seen that we got a new roof on the building over there where the post office is. And we have step number 2, which is gonna be happening maybe tonight, where we're gonna actually be, finishing that building, with paint, and it has a tremendous amount of wood rot on it. And we're gonna be addressing all of that and making it look a lot better than it did look. So that, I had the first bid last week on it. I'm looking for bids. If somebody has a contractor that lives in the area that would like to give us a bid on it, I would be happy to meet them over there so that we could get, a few more bids ready to go for it. One of the questions that one of the contractors had is, can we go ahead and make this ADA compliant?
So we need we can address that later in the meeting, but this is just for beautification, that's on other
That's
projects,
beautification.
so. Cause I've got to discuss that, because I can do it right now, so no more bids will be coming through council members, they have to come through the city hall, because the last bids that we brought in for that roof that you're talking about, did not come through the city hall, or through our secretary. And after we issued the contract to Jordan Roofing, then we find out you're a co-worker with his wife. And that doesn't, we can't do that. So from now on, any bids are, we'll put it out for bid, what we need done, and we'll get bids turned into the secretary. And that's how they're gonna work from now on, because that could get us in a lot of trouble. So, we'll put it out as a bid.
That's not considered a conflict of interest by law.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Well,
You have to be
from
a
now on-
relationship.
From now on, the bids will go through us, the city, who's supposed to be doing it, not council members. So we'll get the bids put out, and so that's what we'll do.
Yeah, and I mean, there's.
I just don't.
I get it, but I work for Keller Williams, which is a national company. There's other Keller Williams agents. There's, 250,000 of us, so I don't,
But y'all work out the same office.
no, she actually works out of Corsicana. She does not work at
Yeah,
them.
but anyway, so that a way we can handle the bids through the secretary where they're supposed to be.
Did those not go through council for all of us to review?
But they were not collected properly. So
All
we
the
have to
bids were
collect.
put through, all the bids went through.
We
They
did not.
came to me, but I think what he is saying is because we've had question, because it was, well, their bid was lower, so why didn't, we were questioned because he pulled his bid and then he put it back in. So we talked to the attorney, and the attorney said it's only a quote, so you can take that, so we took it. But the thing was, it came up and citizens, or a couple of people were like, well, y'all awarded it to Jordan, which is great, he's local, but the person that got the bid also, and talked to him, is also his wife's co-worker or something, so I
We got
think
brought
that's
to our
where it all came down at,
So,
that,
we're
yes,
good.
you brought them to me, but you were in charge of them, and I'm gathering that's where he's coming from.
Yeah,
Well,
we just need
if
to
somebody
clarify.
else wants to step up and help with beautification, I would love to.
Well, that's
help.
not beautification, that's
That was
actual
part-
bids, that's
I
actual
get
bids
it,
for the
that
city,
is
I'll
part
take care
of-
of them. I'll
That
take
was
care of
part
them.
of the
So,
beautification.
okay, well, we're moving on, so. The next one is Senior Citizens Coalition, how's that going?
Well, it's been a little bit challenging because Chief is not available to go out. But I would love to somehow find out who is managing our website so that we could get some stuff posted on our website and maybe get a QR code on our police car. And I know we talked about doing that QR code for, the security, and I think that might really help. Who is doing our website?
It's a combination of Alexis and I right now,
Okay,
but it's a very difficult to navigate through website, and they only allow us a free hour each month to be able to upload, so we're trying to figure a lot of it out for ourselves.
okay.
Yeah,
But,
it's,
The
yeah,
website
it's a messy
has been an
website, I don't
issue
like
ever
it.
since Shirley, yeah, me and her were just talking about that, you remember that, Mary? That was a big issue, that's always
I
been an issue.
remember we tried to go out for a bid once, or we had asked for them
Right.
to go out for bid and get
And there was
somebody
something
else.
that happened, we couldn't,
Well, they
it's
had
always
us
been a
under-
jam up.
they had us under, we're gonna have to buy it out. It was what, 5,000 we had to buy it out?
I mean,
Talking
I
about
think,
the phone, or you're talking about,
No,
the
it's
The
website?
website.
I think that would be a lot cheaper than us and then have you pay a fine or something later on down the road.
No, he's thinking about the phone.
Yeah.
not-
No, that's the
Oh,
phone
that was the
system.
phone.
But
I'm
I don't
finishing
know, I
that up.
mean, I mean,
So-
nobody, it's been going on a while, just trying to even put stuff on there, it's
Yeah.
just.
With my background in IT, I can recommend we do need to get a different website, it's very difficult to get through.
Would anybody would like to,
Can y'all put that on the next agenda?
Yeah.
Put together some bids.
Trying to go get some
Yeah.
bids on it.
yeah, we have something open too.
Okay.
Get
Because
that
it
put on
definitely
the-
would make a big difference.
Can we get that put on the next agenda then, to deal with it?
Yeah, Mary's already asked, we'll get it on there,
Okay.
start with the mayor. But I think it's something we do need to do, I really do, cause we're fighting
We were just
ourselves
talking
trying to
about
get that
this
on there, and
way.
it's
I mean,
very
there's no
difficult.
way for us to
I have to
put
pay
stuff
too
out.
much to get them to do
There's
that.
legal requirements that we have to have things posted that we can get in trouble in
And
front
it's
for.
just.
Well, I can get notices on there, but they all go in one category, and I can change two.
You can't place them.
I can't place them, and I can also only do two columns, and that's about it of anything, everything else is
That's all
pretty well
it is,
set,
City.
so.
Okay, we'll get that on the agenda for the next meeting. Okay, administration,
Well, I know everybody's really more interested in the audit, so this is just, this is what Tom gave us, and that's why I was having such a hard time. It's like, just go in and change these totals, make a $982,000 entry, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, move things around. So that's why I had problems with it and didn't really know how to just go about moving almost $1 million and not knowing what I'm doing, so. And then every month, and we're doing it now, and I'll get to that, but every month, we've talked to Tom, this is,
Kendra.
Kendra King, I got your last name. She has been helping me, so I kinda asked her, I know Valerie had asked for her phone number, I don't give out people's phone numbers, so I asked her if she could come up for any questions if y'all had. She can answer them here. But we have these spreadsheets back to 2019 now, or the first quarter of 2020. All of these spreadsheets we have to go through, starting in 2010, whoever was doing the bookkeeping then in 2010, they quit breaking all of this out into the categories they go. That's why we don't know what's in the security fund, so we've got 10 years, 15 years of stuff that we've gotta figure out what category it goes in. She's made a little bit of headway as far as, I mean, there's a lot of accounts that show, oh, you got $30,000 sitting in here, oh, we don't use that account, I've never heard of it, so it's really a challenge right now, but she is breaking through it, and I know, when I talked to Keith and said, can I get somebody to help me because I have no idea what I'm doing, I think Keith too is thinking, oh, okay, 3 or 4 weeks, well, when she showed me everything we have to do, I'm lost, so, I don't know where y'all wanna go with it. I think that we're gonna be able to pay her some out of the court technology fund, because it is to get her technology. I have to check with the judge on that. but she's more in tune to tell you what she thinks it's gonna take or what. She's been up here she works every day.
I mean,
Has the
you've said-
auditor said how far back we have to go?
19, we start at 19.
So you've seen, we know it's a mess. We knew this when we started to ask for an audit. There's three of us up here that originally started grinding for an audit, to get a proper audit. So this has been a long process to get to where we are. What is it gonna take to get this thing finally finished out, to get a true audit done, so that way we can start getting into the running to start getting some grants? Because this is what's holding us, this whole process, it's holding us back from everything.
And do you think we're gonna run into a brick wall and just not be able to get it done?
19,
Because I mean, I don't wanna
with
spend a
the
lot of
problems
money
we
in
have
this,
in
not
19.
get anywhere anyway.
So basically, after digging into everything, like she said, it's been messed up since 2010 or 11. So all of the chart of accounts and QuickBooks, by the way, I have 27 years experience, I've been doing this for a long time. They're all messed up. So you can't say, hey, I have this much in this fund because it's not there or it's thrown somewhere else. So what the problem is when they were doing the deposits way back even then, they used to break them out. But now they're just recording the deposit without putting it in each fund that it's supposed to go into. So I have to go all the way back from 2019 and put all of these amounts in each bill. So when I'm done, you'll have actual figures.
And you have something like, is it the court software you're pulling this information from, or?
Well, the judge hands these
The
spreadsheets
judge
over.
gives us the spreadsheets, but, Tung also told us we need to get the,
Comptroller
quarterly,
report.
the comptroller report from the judge and follow those numbers too.
I'm wondering how they even got those done without this.
Right.
What,
Because you have to have the breakdown, then you're gonna complete the comptroller's
That's
report.
right. So I'm matching them both. And, some of them are off a little bit, and in the meantime, I'm teaching her a lot of things too, so going forward, this won't happen anymore, so when I get done with this project, she'll know more and, be able to handle things going forward. So that's my goal, I'm gonna clean up each account, you'll be able to pull QuickBooks up, which now we are online, which is a lot easier and up to date. So, and there's a lot of benefits in the online if you ever wanna investigate that or whatever, but we're going, or you guys are going from desktop to online. And it's just gonna be more beneficial for the city and the courts, but
So with going back to 19, we know that it was a disaster to get to 19. So literally, you're standing in a pile of muck trying to find something to
That's
start
right.
on. So if you start on where you think everything should be from 19 and go from here forward, everything, if you get to the end of this and you're like, oh, well, this doesn't match up, then where do we go from there?
we will be able to match up. I mean, I'm not trying to give
That's
myself
right, right.
That's what I'm trying
A
to get to.
boost.
Do you really think that this is accomplishable, or
Yes.
are we just
Yes,
spinning
Okay.
our wheels and wasting our money?
It's a compliment.
What kind of timeline are you thinking?
At first, when I came in, I was thinking 2 or 3 months, but it's probably gonna be a little longer than that.
So we're thinking 6, 7 months?
to bring
Maybe
it all
not
up?
that long, but to be safe.
So it would be safe to say first of the year, January?
My goal is to try for October, I know that's the
Okay.
year, but I don't wanna sit here and lie to you when it's a mess.
So let's say December, give you a little bit of a leeway, give you a 2
Well,
month.
it's gotta be done.
Right.
Rob.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
We've gotta
done.
get it.
Right now, I really don't know how you're doing things, I mean,
Or not.
By the seat of our pants.
because like,
And that was our whole point in pushing for this
It
2
makes you
years ago,
wonder how
3
they
years
got
ago.
this.
it's
We
a
knew we
mess.
had
That
a
it hasn't been done in
disaster.
years.
It's a mess.
I mean, ever, I don't think it's ever been done.
They literally
No.
carried over the same budget and
That's
the
right.
same audit and everything for like 10 years.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's when we were like, wait a minute, this doesn't add up.
So you really don't know what you have. or
We
what
we have no idea.
And like I said, I mean, there might be $1 million in one account when there's not, and
Correct.
then there's negative 60,000 in this account,
Correct.
and there's not supposed to be that amount in there. So I have to go through every chart of account, I'm not sure if you're aware of what a chart of account is, and I have to move everything over to the right field, and then on top of that, break all the deposits down to where they go. So it's taken me a little time. But keep in mind, I had to come in and kind of learn your process, how things work. cause everyone is different.
Well, and government nonprofit is totally different than private.
Yes.
so-
We've also had, what, 2 or 3 Zoom meetings with John, so he's been very helpful, so.
So, we give her till, let's say she'll have it done no later than December. End of the year, or give her the end of the year
That would be
and just get monthly updates of how things are going.
Or oh, this is just a comment thing, okay. I was like,
Monthly updates.
are we taking action on
Yeah.
something here?
Yeah, just to give us a reference of
No,
how
we
things
were
are
just,
going.
it was staff comments, okay, I'm making sure we're not trying to take an
We are
actionable
finance,
item.
so we know from a.
I do
place.
problem finance.
I'm
Do you-
sorry, I didn't bring one, I
Okay.
kinda wasn't expecting to be here tonight, but I did wanna show my face and let you guys know that I'm working very hard and everything's gonna get done. I can maybe send you a text with my business
Okay,
card, or if you
okay.
wanna, I'll bring some up here,
Okay.
but,
Very good. Well, we appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank
thank
Because
you.
it's been a disaster.
Thank you for trying, cause
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
mess.
It's, it's been a mess,
So
You
when
just
we get
confirmed
to
it was a mess for us.
bad.
Yeah.
We knew
Pretty
that,
much.
we knew
Can we
that.
confirm a total for like, even if we go through quarterly by using the reports, the comptroller reports, can we use total from total quarterly and not have to go through every single deposit? I mean,
You still will have to go
You
through
still have-
deposits.
So-
And that's gonna be
Verify.
too much work,
So on the comptroller reports that they filed with all of with this like this.
But
in
you
other words,
can misfile information.
Well, and the comptroller report's just
So
gonna
you
have the
have to be
state portion,
careful.
it's not gonna have the city portion.
Exactly.
So you're gonna be missing information, because,
Well,
I mean,
I'm
you
not
could
only
guess, you
going
could
by
back
that.
into it,
That's
you could
what
back
I'm doing.
into it by calculation, because you know what that amount would be, but,
that's right.
So that's why you can't just use the
no,
comptroller's website.
no,
No,
cause
you
that's,
have
you're only
to-
gonna get halfway there.
That's right, so I'm having to match the
Right.
report, and as far as deposits, you know, I would recommend so it doesn't get too overbearing and you don't get in this situation again, is maybe doing weekly, you know, because,
I think that'll be I think by the time this is all said and done, I would like to see some recommendations from you and, you know, your 27 years of experience getting us out of this mess. To keep it, I would like to see some,
Processes.
some processes and things of how to keep us from getting back into that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
That'll
it's not only to
help.
help her, but also to help future employees,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because that's our job,
and
to
that's what
make
the
sure.
problem, I don't mean to, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Karen.
fine, go ahead.
That's a lot of the problem is you have someone new come in and they say, oh, I wanna change how it works.
Right,
Well, that's not how you do accounting. You
right.
don't come in and just change the
Numbers
process.
don't change.
So you've got all these people that are coming in, changing, and so it's not one streamlined thing. And that's, you guys, if you do financing, you know, it all should add up and streamline across. And it's just not that way, you know.
Well,
But-
we definitely wanna know what the process is, so that way we can get it set in stone,
Mhm.
so that way future generations have something to go by and
No,
know.
we know.
But don't veer off of this, because you'll end up
You're
in
gonna
a
get the
disaster that
processes,
we're in
yeah.
right now.
Yes, sir, I can do that.
Do you
Thank you
have
very
the,
much.
like the city fund accounting background, or know about it well enough to?
I've got a little bit of experience in the city, but not a whole lot.
Okay.
And
can she
that's,
call you if she needs?
She
to?
definitely can, she can call either one of us, and then I can also get you like other people to network with to help
okay,
out,
yeah,
help
that'll
out.
work.
And I'm sure, the judge that we have from Gumdrell, she could probably be pretty
She's
helpful.
helped us a lot.
Good.
You know, cause she's gonna know how that works too, so.
And I've been here for, what, 2 weeks? I think this is my last 2 weeks. I spent this first 2 weeks, like, really doing a lot of, you know, investigating and how everything works and videos, you know, so I didn't just throw myself into this, you know, I've done construction, many other things, but, no, I'm teaching her along the way too, so the problems doesn't happen anymore, but, yeah,
We do appreciate that.
Yeah, we do appreciate your service, and thank you
she
very much.
stays so busy. I wanna throw this comment out there. I don't know how she does it with all the interruptions all day and stuff, and, you know, it's kinda hard to do accounting and then have all kinds of interruptions, but, she's willing to learn, and, you know, I'm sitting with her a lot every day, and just, like I said, by the time I get done with this project, she's gonna know, and I'll be a phone call away, so.
We're very grateful for Charlotte, she is a very busy
She
woman.
is very
She's
busy.
a special woman.
Very
She-
busy.
takes a lot to take on what she's taken on.
That's right.
Because whenever she got put into this, her and the previous judge carried this city when we were left high and dry. The secretary just walked out, but, you know, it is what it is. She's gotten us to this point, her and everybody else, and we're very grateful for everybody that's been here along the way to get us here.
And I'll be here, you know, anytime she needs help or anything. I actually live in Tool, so it's right down the street. you
She's
know.
actually my neighbor, but I didn't know it.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm good unless y'all have other questions.
Yeah.
So the trucks should be in Ennis, and he said he would deliver them probably the second week of September. Once we get them, then we have to send them off to get updated, so.
Yeah.
It's still looking a little closer.
What'd you say, Raymond?
The second.
Well,
So get delivery of them on the second.
Yeah, we thought they were white, but,
They were black.
well, we ordered black. When it got put on the website that they were built, it showed white, but he called and checked again, and they're actually black, so. We're still get, oh, they're not black? I thought you said they were.
No, we're like,
Oh, they are white, okay, so they're all
we're
white.
gonna get a discount.
I know.
Yeah, we gonna get a discount.
You know, so the only thing that means is I just gotta tell my decal guy to switch it from, reflective silver to black. So, everything else still fit in no matter the color. And I told him at this point, I don't care if it's pink, I just want the trucks.
How many you get? You're getting
Two.
two.
Do you know what kind of
Brand
design
new?
and frame on the outfitting?
Once we get them,
He said it pretty well, 6 weeks.
he said anywhere from 30 to 45 days, as long as he doesn't have a lot in front of us, but being that we put this in a long time ago, he said he's been kinda trying to keep open where they can get the two trucks in and out
So
quicker.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. So, like I said, hopefully by Christmas we'll be.
That'd be a Merry Christmas present.
You'll have your Christmas present.
Driving the new trucks.
All right.
I know we were working on one thing too, we were working on getting Tom a list of all the signs that we needed.
We did go out and look at a lot of stop signs, that either didn't have, they were completely white, they were missing, or the stop signs were leaning. There's some that grass is taller than the stop signs, and you can't even see the stop signs until you get up on it. So we've got that list started, I just haven't been able to get it to maintenance yet. Oh, also Code Red, the alert system thing, hopefully if everything goes right, we'll be ready to launch the project September 1.
Right around the corner. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, discussion items. We have number 7 is presentation of proclamation to the city of Seven Points recognizing the city as a Purple Heart City. Benny, Fake?
Thank you, citizens of Seven Points. Thank you, Mayor, Councilman, and women, and guests. My name is Ben Pate, President of Caring for America of Henderson County, Texas. Caring for America is an organization that puts America first by honoring and representing our first responders, veterans, and especially those veterans who are recipients of the Purple Heart Award. How many here know what a Purple Heart is? Most of you. Most of you, did y'all see President Trump today that he made the declaration of August the 7th being Purple Heart Day? Well, a few of us was in that room with him. It was an honor to be in a room with so many wounded veterans that were recognized. I am honored today to represent Caring for America to present the Purple Heart Award to 7 Points. Caring for America's goal is to be the first county in the United States to have every city in the county designated a Purple Heart City. Myself, Ronnie Payne, step forward, Ronnie. United States Army. Jerome Wimmitt, step forward, Jerome. Vietnam veteran, Purple Heart recipient. Greg Carver, United States Navy. He was with Pac West. He was playing with drones before we all knew what a drone was. We have Eric Walker. He's a junior commander of the Military Order of the Purple Heart. Elvis Allen, Vietnam veteran, Purple Heart recipient. And a few of us, like I said, was honored by President Trump being invited to the White House here in December. Purple Heart recipients is the United States Military Decoration Award in the name of the President to those wounded or killed while serving the United States military, with its forerunner badge of the military merit, which took the form of a heart made of a purple cloth. The Purple Heart is the oldest military award still given to United States military members. The Purple Heart Award is the name of the President of the United States to any member of the armed forces while serving under competent authority in any capacity which one of the United States Armed Services that have been wounded or killed since George Washington, a tradition that carries on today. Mr. Mayor, would you read the proclamation at this time?
Sure. Did you send me the proclamation? I didn't get it. Good. She's like, oh.
No, I'm like,
I was
we got a
gonna send you
proclamation?
that. I'm like, I don't have it. Is it, wanna open up? Did you send it to me on email? From you?
Find your whole house in there. Numbers all day and.
Well, this is fan.
That one's right.
You don't want that one? You don't want to say it with all them numbers? No, no, no.
I told her earlier, I can't even see with my glasses on.
Right. All right. Thanks,
Shorts
man.
out.
It's gonna blow a break over the fans going.
You see, that's why we didn't run it, right?
Oh, there is for air recirculation.
It doesn't have an attachment in there. You think you can read this or you think somebody wants to? Can you read that?
You got good eyes.
City of 7 Points.
You'll be good.
Okay, proclamation of a Purple Heart City.
Speak up.
Please.
Sorry, we know you can be loud. We know you can be loud, Chase, come on.
Whereas Seven Points, Texas has great administration and the utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served their country, its community, and the armed forces. And whereas Purple Heart, the oldest military decoration in present use, and was initially created the badge of military merit by George Washington in 1782. And whereas the Purple Heart was first American Service Award for declaration made available to the common soldier and is specifically awarded to members of the United States Armed Forces who have been wounded and paid their ultimate sacrifice in combat with a declared enemy of the United States of America. And whereas the contributions and sacrifices of the men and women from the city of Seven Points, Texas, who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and way of life enjoyed by our citizens. And whereas many men and women in uniform have given their lives while serving the armed forces, and whereas what's the date today? The 14th of August, 2025, has been officially designated as the day of the Seven Points, Texas. As of the day, the Seven Points, Texas will remember and recognize veterans who are recipients of the Purple Heart Medal. Now, therefore, I, which would be you, Keith Betts.
Keith Betts.
You want me to finish reading it, or can you say it? Okay.
I'm Mayor, Keith Betts, Mayor of City of Seven Points. I do hereby proclaim the City of Seven Points a Purple Heart City.
We'll get that printed up for you,
And
you
then
can sign it. We got one more step to make it official.
Okay.
This time I wanna ask Junior Commander of the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Eric Walker, to speak.
Okay.
Good evening, my name is Eric Walter, and I proudly serve as the Junior Vice Commander for the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 1513, DFW Mid-Cities. I am also the Commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 7523 in Mineola, Texas. During my time in the United States Army, I had the privilege of serving the 1st Infantry Division. Across 2 tours in Iraq, I stood beside some of the bravest men and women in uniform. Like many of my brothers and sisters in arms, I was wounded in combat, a permanent reminder of the cost of freedom and the sacrifices made by those who wear the uniform. Tonight I stand before you with deep gratitude. I want to personally thank the Mayor, the honorable citizens of Seven Points, the City Council members, and most importantly, every veteran past and present who has served this nation with honor, courage, and selflessness. So what does it mean to be recognized as a Purple Heart City? When Seven Points accepts this designation, it is just not a ceremonial title, it is a solemn commitment. It means that we remember and honor all Purple Heart recipients, both living and fallen. We recognize the brave veterans who call this community home and acknowledge the quiet sacrifices they continue to make. We reflect on our history, from the founding of the Purple Heart by General George Washington to the countless stories of valor it represents. And perhaps most importantly, we educate, ensuring that the next generation understands that freedom is not free and that our gratitude must be lived, not just spoken. Before I close, I'd like to share something very close to my heart. Our DFW Mid-Cities Chapter 1513 draws its name from a powerful passage in Scripture, John 15:13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. This verse echoes through every battlefield, every folded flag, and every story of sacrifice. It speaks to the soul of military service. For those of us who served, for those who've borne the scars of war, and for those who carry the memory of fallen comrades, it reminds us of the love, the duty, and the brotherhood that defines our service. On behalf of Chapter 15 and 1513 and veterans everywhere, thanks, we appreciate you having us, and may God bless the United States of America.
All the veterans in the room, please stand. What? Any veterans? Yes, sir. And we'll get a picture with all your 7 Point veterans and the Purple Heart Association veterans over here. One quick reminder, this Saturday at Elder Lodge, CJ Daniel will be there with Henderson County Sheriff for our First Responder Scholarship Car Show. Caring for America, not only do we honor our veterans, we also support first responders. We give scholarships to high school seniors wanting to be first responders. That's what all this money will go for the car show. If you get a chance, please come out. I know your chief will be there. Okay.
Yes, this Saturday.
Where do you wanna do the picture at? You want us to find a corner?
Do we wanna move and let them get in front of the flag?
Starts at 9.
Either that or flag, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Shows the costume.
But, you know, my house fit if we move, you know.
Yeah. Let 'em up here. Yeah, plenty of cool table.
Get out of the way. Need councilman in there too. Or down. Sure.
That's pretty cool.
Ma'am, you stood up and said you were a veteran. No picture?
Yeah.
I saw you though.
Thank you for having us, we appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank y'all for coming out.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, appreciate you having us. Appreciate y'all. Oh, thank you for having us.
Hopefully this month will be a good month,
We
right?
have one more city to go. Guess who it is? Tool. Thank y'all very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the is appreciation recognition for former council member Andy Perdue.
Come on up, Andy.
Huh?
Come on up. Andy, as everybody knows, he served on the city council for the past 14 years. He chose not to run this last May, and we just wanted to honor him on behalf of the city council. We want to present you with this Making a Difference Award presented to Andy Perdue in recognition of your outstanding dedication to the city of Seven Points. Thank you for your time and your efforts. You really make a difference, and then we put the date on it for you.
Well, thank you so much. And thank the councils, Charles, Donna, Keith, Mary, and Valerie. Thank you so much. Yep, thank you for, dragging this old guy along.
And you're not done, hold on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
So,
Yeah, so,
Mr. Perdue, I asked you a while back how long you've been on the council, and you said 14 years. And you said the only thing you didn't have was a coffee cup saying that. So the police department got you a coffee cup with the city logo, your name, and it says, "Thank you for your dedication to our city with the years."
Well, it's definitely been a journey. There were times it was not so good, but there was a lot of times that was. So, and I appreciate the citizens that voted for me through the years, so I appreciate it, and thank y'all very, very much.
You're welcome. And now he's vacationing.
Now he's enjoying island time now.
And I would like to say to the council, if you stand for something, you'll fall for nothing. So, thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. Thank you, Andy.
We'll jump on to action items. Hey, Andy, you want to put that? Review and approve, resolution 192 to add current signatures to the court fund account at Simmons Bank.
I have to explain this one because, you know, we talked about closing the bank way back when, and now that it's moved over, it's like, hey, you gotta do it. I've signed checks. I've signed checks on it, and other people signed checks on it, and when I went to the bank, they're like, you can't move it, you're not even a check signer. I've signed checks on it, so I put,
They've
when I.
been accepting your signature, but not gonna let you move it.
So, and I called them today, and you have 3 resolutions on there. One of them was to get 2 signers, I don't care who, but 2 signers, so that we can put our name on there to get the check to reopen an account at Prosperity. So I had one to get our signatures, one to close the account, but when I called them today, they said, oh no, if you're gonna get a check from us, you just need 2 signatures on it, and something stated you can close the account and we'll write you a check for that. So we're really only gonna have 2 ordinances, one get our name on it, close the account, and then the other one, and I put the same check signers on it for the court funds. This is all for the court funds. And we're gonna do that immediately.
Thank you, because this was done.
2 years ago.
Yes,
I
they
looked.
tried to do
Yeah.
this a long time ago.
Yeah,
So which, you're saying only 2 of these are actually gonna be
yes, I
actionable?
think it's 192 and 190, no, I'm sorry, it's 193 and 194, and I was.
So do we need to make a motion to remove one?
Oh, that's different. Look at 11, 12, and 13.
I have 193 and 194.
Yeah.
193 and 194.
So she was saying
Then we're gonna go back
193
to-
is
I guess that's.
He was excited.
So is it just 193 and 194, Charlotte?
193, 194.
Yes.
Okay, so we probably need to do those individually, but I'm gonna make a motion to
Number
remove
11. Right?
item 11 from the
Item
agenda.
11 is
Yes,
nothing.
thank you.
Just need a second.
I'll second.
On,
To remove
to remove number 11.
resolution 192.
Okay. We got a motion and a second to remove item 192.
I'll second.
We got a second.
Or Valerie,
Oh.
Valerie got it. I'm just getting
Good.
excited.
I'm just voting.
I'm
We're
just
good.
getting excited.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we remove. All right, let's, before we get too far, we got one, discussion item that I went right. So, on our discussion items, we've got one left to cover. It was, a request for proposals for Project Pritchett Road Rehabilitation 2025. So we put out for some quotes for all that from, like 11 different companies.
We got about 15 different companies, small businesses, minority-owned businesses, local businesses. Our intention is to find out what it's gonna cost to get Pritchett done. And we're expecting between 650 and $1.5 million.
We got one, we got one at 650, we got one at 729, and then another gentleman said like 1.4.
If we do what we need to do on that one to avoid the ditches, it's gonna be 1.5 million.
For Pritchett Road,
Yes,
up 2 miles,
No,
Mile point two.
1.5 million.
1.2, yeah.
Where you go,
The
boy?
1.5 million is because we do not have, in this particular contractor's opinion, we do not have enough room on the side of the road to put the ditches in. So they wanna add another foot of height to Pritchett, they wanna slope it, and they wanna embed it with concrete in the mix with the asphalt, so it will retain, or it will reject water without having ditches there to carry the water off as much. So there is that possibility that they may have to do that, because we've got
Yeah.
fiber under the culverts.
The numbers are
ditches.
just.
We can't dig them.
So are these bids apples to apples if that's the case?
They will be, they're all by, I'm sorry, I didn't print off enough of them, but here's the RFP. Yeah, it's all outlined in the RFP, exactly how we want it to be proposed. But, what it does is it asks for the, contractor to come in, take a look at the road, and tell us how
And
much
they
would
have been
fix.
some contracts over, walking it, measuring it, doing.
Right, well, I'm saying that one that's 1.5 that's gonna do it
Those are,
differently.
well, that's his, yeah, he's gonna give us two, because he wants us to be able to decide exactly how we wanna do it. But yes, one of the two bids will be what everybody else is, and I'm not afraid to have them all bid it twice if they want to.
That's what I would probably do, that
Yes.
way you've got, you
But
know,
it's-
apples to apples across the board.
But yeah,
Yeah,
the numbers
across
are
the board.
like, and you know, we collect, just say we collect 300,000 a year in our road funds. So, we get bids coming in, cheapest we've seen 650, 640. So we have to collect money for 2 years, 3 years before we ever get enough funds to pay.
We should have some fund balance already built up.
Yeah, we got, well, it's only 300 and.
Well, we've done doing this for a year,
This is- and
two,
we-
this is our second year now.
And we've been patching a lot.
You see in our.
Oh, yeah,
they've
done a lot.
65,000 we spent on
Patches,
patches.
culverts.
Right, but we collected
Everything.
like 400-something thousand last year, so, yeah, that's what I'm saying, I think there, I'd like to see that reconciliation from start to finish on the revenues and the expenses.
But either way, you see where we're at, so we're looking at other options. So I looked at another option, if we buy the equipment, do it ourselves, we can spend about $100,000 on the equipment. We're gonna have to add a couple workers, but even then, we could actually get a road done, you know?
Yeah, we've got 21 miles of road to do, and that
So, I mean,
1.2
that's-
is 650,000.
That's
We're not
another
gonna get
option, I
anywhere.
mean, we can buy the equipment, and I went and met with, the commissioner for about 3 hours, a week and a half ago. I met with the commissioner, went over everything, and he showed me to do what they do at the city versus asphalt, or for the county versus asphalt. They blend and mix the material themselves, and they lay it down, and by doing that, it holds up doing the chip seal. And so by doing that, they have saved the county, just in precinct 2, by him doing that, last year they saved him $3.8 million by doing that. And so each year they're saving $3 to $5 million by not putting asphalt down, by using that material. So he told me that he would, if we get our equipment, he will he will blend it, sell it to us at $55 a yard, and we can do our own roads, versus asphalt is, I talked to a guy today, JCL, cause he's on a project where I'm working, he gave us the bid of $729 for asphalt, and he said, well, Keith, if you go to 2.5 inches, it was at 3, it'll save us about, $80,000. But, so if we go and run our laydown machine and lay the mix that they do and chip seal it, we can do that for a fraction.
I think that, cause they redid county, I remember when county redid 2404 from 85 north to the city limit sign, out there, and I remember that road was terrible. And they came in, reground it, rebladed it, and then chip sealed it, and it's been
Yeah,
super highway.
so
for the
if
last-
we bought a reclaimer, we run a reclaimer over, which polarizes it, we reclaim it, we blade it, we reset our new, our topo, set our new grades in it, we blade it, and then we come back, we pack it, then we chip seal it. We found some equipment, I found a chip seal up in Oklahoma, it's got $300 on it, we bid on it right now, like $2,500.
But Keith, like right now, but do
we
our
have
maintenance
the-
people really have the qualifications or the know-how to
Yes,
do
we
that?
got,
That's
we've got a
issue.
gentleman that's working now that he does have that. Now, we would have to hire, but, you weigh, our cheapest bid, just say it's $650,000. So you weigh spending say we spend an extra 60,000 a year on employees to get us a couple, 2 or 3 more employees so we can do it. But even with that, the money we save, we're able to build roads every year. Right now, we're gonna have to set.
And maintain them, because
And
we'll have our own
because chip
equipment.
seal, we'll have all the equipment to maintain them with, because right now, we're setting, I mean, that's what the bids are coming in, they're ridiculous.
If they have to go in and do just on this, over $1 million, I mean, we're gonna sit here at least wait 5 years just to
Yeah.
get that paid off before we can do
And
anything
I
else.
talked to a gentleman today, he said, Keith, I mean, where you at? I said, look, I said, and I told him our situation on what we bring in a year. And he said, oh, man, I didn't know it was that bad. I said, yeah, I mean, you gave me this supposedly a good deal for 729. I'm like, that's not a good deal for me. You know, for what you do, it's probably a good deal, you know, a good rate, but not for us. I said, we don't have that kind of money. So that's why I started looking, you know, like the chip seal right now, you know, it's at like $2,500. The chip seal machine, you know, motor grader, like $9,200. I mean, this is stuff that I was looking at is over in Wood County, which isn't far from us. They're moving some of their equipment out, and, they got a reclaimer over there, that's a really nice one. And, you know, the bid on it as of today was $25,000. Well, we looked at some 2 months ago and found one that a guy had, and it was like, it ended up selling for $60,000. They're not cheap, but.
Most of them are going for 85 on.
Yeah, but a
better price.
reclaim, but over at Wood County, you know, that's a good thing about it, it's close. But, I mean, there's some good equipment out there, is all I'm saying, that would allow us to actually fix a couple roads this year with the funds we have. But then next year, with our funds coming in, we'd be able to fix probably 2 to 3 roads next year, and then we can start working on interior roads. But it's just, look, I present stuff to you guys so y'all can see where we're at. Cause the bids we got coming in right now are.
Roads aren't cheap.
All right.
I mean, if we're sitting at 650,000 for the cheapest bid so far, and let's say we spend $100,000 on equipment from another county, then you add 60,000 of that for, let's say we had to hire 2 more employees. So there's another, you're at 160,000, and then cost of material, what are you in,
He
probably
said
about
that-
250?
He said to fix that road there, the material cost on that road is gonna cost us about $65,000 for the material.
And is that from Scott Tooley?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Jeez.
Yeah, I met with him for about 3.5 hours.
So
Yeah.
we're right at, if we do it ourselves and do it this way and buy the equipment the way we're doing, we're at half of the lowest bid that we've gotten so far, at most. Yeah,
That's why I
think
wanted to
it's,
explain to y'all, cause that's
That's
the one I've been working on for the
equipment,
last 2
manpower,
weeks
and,
trying to come
Yeah,
up
that's
with an
with the
option.
equipment, manpower, and material.
Cause I just don't see how we can get to.
There's no, I mean.
If we even get the $750,000 grant next year, which is gonna be slim from the,
Well, I mean,
city
even
builder's
at
office,
$650,000.
you're only gonna get about $625 out of that, and that's only gonna fix one road. And they're gonna tell us which road it's gonna be.
And if we don't have.
Yeah, we don't get a
audit,
choice.
we
Well,
get
that's
that.
just it.
And
we gotta have
we don't have the
something.
audit, we won't even get that, so yes.
But I just wanted to throw that out so y'all see where we're at, and, you know, if y'all did wanna do it this way, we got till the 19th when all this stuff's settled. I mean, it's close, and it's some really good stuff, so whenever I got those numbers from these guys, I'm like, we gotta have another option. So I got on and started looking, and I've seen all this stuff over at Wood County, that they're moving out of their county, and so.
The 19th, like next Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have to have a special meeting, we'd have to have a special meeting to be able to authorize.
Right,
that.
cause
Well,
I
I
just
mean,
wanted to
what is
let
this-
y'all know about it
I
tonight.
know that's
What-
on the agenda for today.
I was fixing to say, there's a line item on here for
Yeah, there's a line
65,000
item on there for that.
to purchase,
Oh, yeah, we
reclaimer
did.
roller, motor grader, and chip sealer.
And we're asking for that now,
I
so
know I
we
didn't
get.
sign up, can I speak on your behalf?
No, you can, I'm sorry.
Well, can I?
I think, that's something that we seriously need to consider. That's
think
gonna
y'all are on the
save us
right
a
track.
lot of money.
Because you know where
A lot
you're
of it.
talking,
Yeah.
and I know where you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, cause honestly, I've been talking to
There's no other.
contractors everywhere,
Not.
trying to think, we've even got some, smaller companies, small guys, that we thought we could do
Encumber
something
in
with, you know? And they ain't coming in less than half a million.
Well, here's
Nope.
what we're gonna be fighting if we get contractors to do it, we're fighting inflation. Then we're fighting their cost of what they say it's gonna cost them material wise. We know what it's gonna cost us, but they can't get the same price, because he's in conversation with Thule, so they're already helping us out. So, I mean, this whole
We can't go buy the material from
right,
from down here in Malakoff, I mean, we can't, they got it, but we can't buy it from them, that's gonna be double what we're paying too.
Right,
As
the
long as we-
contract, the county has a much larger
Yes.
pool.
correct.
Yes.
They're, you know, the amount that they're pulling in.
Than what we can
So
get
when you
for
get in
bids
on
on
that
contract.
ILA
Yeah.
and just
Right.
add to it, it does make it
Right.
cheaper, cause it's by bulk.
Yeah.
As long as we have a plan and we execute it and we do right by these people sitting
Oh, I know, but we
there's
gotta
not-
fix the roads, I'm just trying to
It,
figure out how
it
to,
makes sense.
the
It
most
does make
affordable way to
sense.
do it.
Do you have anybody in mind to hire?
Well, I mean, that's
I think
down the
that'll
road, we
be
can
something
figure that
down the
out,
road.
I do know some, yeah.
I think right
people
now
that
the
build
biggest
roads,
thing
but
is getting the
It's
equipment
just trying
here
to let y'all see where we're at.
and
on
getting
this.
ourselves set up to where we can take care of our own roads, because we all know, if we don't do something with these roads, we're all gonna be on the chopping block by these people out here, cause they are not happy with the conditions of the road.
I mean, none of us are, I drive on one every day,
We
I mean,
are,
trust
right.
believe me.
I go
She
down
has to
Pritchard
drive
just
on the
every
same
day.
road you're talking
Our
about.
brand new trucks are gonna be tore up.
I
all the
know.
time.
Correct, I mean, we've
But,
invested money in
but
cleaning
I'm
these
just,
roads.
with this option here, I think we could actually get Pritchett and the cut-through road done this year. If we do this, we could get those two roads,
I think-
the Arnold Hills Road.
What about Knob Hill?
I figured that would be the first one out of the gate, then after January, we do Knob Hill.
Knob Hill's.
And then we could start
Go down
working on
Pearl
these
Lane.
interior roads, you know, not just the Knob Hill, but all the interior roads.
Right.
But it makes a difference when we got the equipment,
Yeah.
you know? We could
If
just
we,
go
if
and
we
work on
pay a
it.
contractor, we're paying for their equipment, we're paying.
Yeah,
for
we're
their
buying all their
manpower.
equipment for
We're
Yeah,
them.
buying
we're
it
buying
for
all
them,
their
and then we
equipment.
turn around the next job, we gotta buy someone else's, might as well have our own and just pay the guys and do it, pay a little extra and get our own people to do it.
What was the deal, wasn't there something about the county being able to help us build roads or
So-
something for like 200,000?
That deal fell through.
That, they,
Well, yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, she-
Is that the only option with the county that?
but he said, this is my material, and I can sell it to you,
Okay.
because we got the agreements already in place. We can do it. He said, I can sell you the material. If you, and what I'll do, this is exactly what he told me, he said, when you're gonna be laying your road, cause he said that we could do with the machines, he showed me the machines and everything, what we
I
need to
like the idea
get
of doing
to
it.
do.
You
And he
gotta do
said
it.
that we can do Pritchett, we can do half of that in one day with a machine, and do the other, half the second day. And then he said, you wait 4 to 5 days, and then you come back and chip seal it. He said, and his foreman was in the meeting with us. He
Can
said,
people drive on it in that time, or do we
Yes.
block it off?
No, you can drive on it. And he said, even his foreman said, look, I am at your disposal. If you need me over there, I will come over there and help you with your machines or anything. I'm willing to come help, and totally said that I don't have a problem with that.
Is that the chip seal like by the VFW or the bigger aggregate?
Yeah, it's basically we chip seal it with pea gravel,
Okay.
Yes.
That's basically what's it, well,
which the pit down here has unlimited.
yeah.
And
pea gravel
just
now.
remember one thing, we have our own equipment, so if
Yeah.
it's not a 5-year road, we're here with 3 in our
So,
equipment.
you know,
We'll put
you're
another
probably
layer on it.
honestly looking at Pritchett, if we did get the equipment, probably within we gotta do the ditches first, that's gonna take us probably 45 days, put the culverts in. We ordered some more culverts, last week, when did we order one?
Oh,
We got some, so Tully told me what culvert to use, we were using one, and we were having trouble with it. So Tully gave me his contact, and so we contacted the gentleman out of Tyler, and we're buying directly from him now. And it's the really, some of the best culverts on the market, and they were cheaper than the ones we were buying, that weren't any good. Now, this is material that he's got to switch up to use, but I would hope that within 90 days that we could get this thing up and going. So basically, these new culverts.
It'll be bigger and longer, Jay.
I'm
So,
about to say, that's a little bit dog.
I couldn't forget.
these new culverts that we're looking at, so all the other culverts have the ribs on the inside,
So all the people that mulch and they mow and they put all their leaves in the ditch, they clog, the ones with the ribs in them, they clog them up. So this culvert is designed smooth, so the water washes everything through them and does not stop them up. So,
So it's inside out.
but, but anyway, I just wanna bring this and show y'all kinda where we're at. And I think, honestly, that's probably the best option our city has, to be honest.
Well, they can stay down it. They can stay down it.
Yeah, and we've already got, we set up all the equipment up here right now, so we can maintain, we got the list, and everything is, they're doing it already. Casey's already set all that stuff up, and he's got books on everything already, everything we have up there, he's got books on. Already doing that, yes.
So, I think this is the best thing we've done.
So, I mean, so anyway, that was out of my.
Well,
Yeah, and I mean, his foreman told me, he said, look, if you need help with the machine, or you see anything, just call me, I'll come over there. But basically, so what he said is when we're laying our road, he will have crews at the plant batching our material the whole time, as long as, we just tell them what days we're gonna be laying, and they'll be batching material for us, and they will get it, make sure they've got people there loading our trucks, as long as we're laying material. So. But yeah, it was a good option.
So which line item was that?
That was just a
No, all you
discussion.
gotta do
Yeah,
is
that
not
was a
action.
discussion.
Oh, it's just a discussion, oh.
That's the one I
okay.
pushed through by.
I got you, further down, okay.
Okay, so now we get back to this. Back to Charlotte.
So, need a,
Ma'am.
Yeah, we never heard from him
So,
today, did we?
I heard from him today.
Good.
So,
I know.
just to let you know, though, City Hall, gentlemen, we met, so let y'all know, a good friend of mine, he is an expert on damages on buildings. He flies all over the country, going against insurance companies. He's expert witness. So out as a favor, cause he lives here, local, as a favor for us, cause he's a citizen, he came up on his own time, went through our building, just like he was an adjuster, in the attic, on the roof, spent about 4 hours up there going through our building and assessing it himself. And so when we had the meeting last Thursday with the insurance company, I introduced him to the insurance guy, and they know each other. They know who Dan works for. They know everybody, because they've been in the business, 35 years. So it worked in our advantage. So anyway, I thought we were gonna have something by tomorrow. They're wanting to come down and write us a check. And so he called me this afternoon and said, Keith, I was going through the file and I just saw that y'all got electrical issues on that building. I said, yeah, the roof ripped, our power post snapped it and ripped the power out of the building. He said, I did not know that. So he is sending electricians down so he can add that to our numbers. So it's gonna be next week before we have an
but
exact.
we're making progress.
Yes, we are getting it done.
Good deal.
Not an extra zero.
Well, I think we're gonna
Here,
get.
but I think
So,
we may have
the
got another
best part about it, Dan, doing this his whole life,
Start over.
he knew how to recategorize this stuff so they'll cover it. They weren't gonna volunteer this information to us. So they ended up moving all that asbestos that they said they were not covered, we called it something else. And so now we're getting it all covered. So it was just a way to change the wording and stuff. But Dan knew how to do it, and the guy can't disagree with him because Dan's right. So
Tell Dan we say thank you.
it really, I mean,
Amen to that one.
so,
Is that working on being able to replace it now instead of repairing it or not?
they're,
What's
basically,
your
they're
money?
gonna cut us a check and we can do with it what we want.
Well, isn't that money enough to?
I think it
What
will.
we thought.
I think it
We're
will.
getting confident about it now.
Yeah. So we'll see. Like I say, he was hoping to come down, tomorrow and write us a check. But also, when he does send us the numbers, he's sending it to Dan, and I'm gonna let Dan look at them and say, okay, it's a good deal. So I give him permission to send it to Dan as well, and so we are making headway. And it's a lot better than it was with
That's one of the.
So, yeah, I don't know any numbers yet, but just by doing that one thing, it threw another 100,000 into it, just by doing that one thing. So, it's getting closer to the numbers that we're wanting, so. And then also, we've got a limit in there, I think Charlotte provided the information. So we got an additional 50,000 in our policy to cover all of this. So we get reimbursed that. And so we had to do it, we did it. So anyway, so we should get that 50,000 added to whatever they give us. That'll be added to it. So hopefully, I was hoping to know something, but like I say, he did not realize, he was going through the notes and saw the electrical, and that's what he called me and asked me. I said, yeah, it was ripped out of the building. So the electricians are coming back down. Calvary is a company that they use, they're a nationwide company, and they were down here. He brought construction companies down when we met, and we went over everything with it. They went through the whole building as well, and they put numbers on it. And so since they didn't have the electrical on there, they're coming back down. He did not tell me if they're coming down tomorrow or not, but they're coming down to put all the electrical numbers in to the package as well. So, and that's what I told him. I said, you gotta realize, we don't know what's messed up in the building because it ripped it out of the building and shorted everything out. And he said, I understand. So I just wanted to make sure we got enough added in there. So that's where we're at on the building.
That's great.
Hopefully next week, I know next week he's gonna be out of town, but we'll figure it out. That's why we're trying to get it done this week, but we'll figure it out. So that's where we're at on the building. Okay, so back to the action item. So we're back to review and approve resolution 193 to close account at Simmons Bank and open account at Prosperity Bank for the court funds.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 193.
Motion by Mary.
Second.
Second by Charles. Okay, all in favor to, okay.
Seriously, if y'all sign that, I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
I'm trying to pass it down.
I'm gonna call you and ask you when it's done.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're holding up the line, sir, we already started.
We're like, send me a picture. Oh, we need a black pen, yeah.
I will, because I got nervous after I signed it.
I didn't sign it as black one, but.
You gonna
No,
go
you
to
don't.
jail? No.
Yeah, blue or black is fine. I didn't wanna sign it.
I hear it's.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That part
I'm
would
not
be good.
in, but I don't wanna be.
John, we don't have what you have.
Okay.
You're right. She might go to Henderson.
Review and approve resolution 194 to open a checking account for the court funds at Prosperity Bank.
And I put the same check signers on that if everybody's okay.
I make a motion to approve resolution 194.
I make a motion by Mary,
I'll second.
second by LaJonna. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 14. Review and ratify collections contract for Henderson County.
That's for the property
That's
tax.
the
Yeah, for
collection
the tax,
contract,
yeah.
and since
The one we
we didn't
did.
meet last month, so I just sent it to Joe and said, look, we gotta get it to Henderson County, and he went over everything. It's the same thing we sign every year, so I'm just begging forgiveness.
I make a motion to approve is it a resolution or is it just contract?
That's just a contract.
I'm sorry, it's just a contract. Did I put that? Yeah. it's
Yeah, do
just
we
a
need to
contract.
appoint the mayor to sign?
Probably
Authorize
not.
the mayor to sign?
Yeah.
I make a motion to approve the collections contract for property tax for the Henderson County and assign Mayor Keith Betts
Okay.
authorization to sign.
I'll
Right.
second.
Motion second by LaJonna. All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. So review and consider request for Jared Mills to merge the city of Seven Points to become part of Henderson County ESD number 1. Jared? There you go. I'm hiding. Oh, did it?
Just skip one.
Oh, I'm sorry, hold on just one second.
15.
Oh,
Review and consider ordinance 384 establishing the collection for franchise fees for West City Creek Municipal District.
Did you talk to the attorney today? We need to pull that.
I make a motion to remove ordinance 384.
number 15.
I'll second.
Joe's been trying to get a hold of you, and I guess he didn't get through.
No, I didn't, never heard
Their
from him.
attorney has come back and said that there's some, a bar on there that they want to approach with the attorneys first to make sure that they're not going over our legal limits, so.
Okay.
It's
Well,
gonna
we'll
be,
see it
it's
next
gonna be an
month.
attorney thing, but he asked us to hold off on that.
All in favor to remove?
Aye.
Okay. Good, I already got everything. Now we get to you, sir.
All right. So, Mayor, like I said, when I talked to you on the phone, I've talked to Chief Kahn, Chief Crutchfield. We've been in discussion in depth on this year. For some unknown reason, the county has reassigned all the county portion surrounding 7 Points to Trinidad Fire.
Right.
Through contractual through the county. So, talk with Chief Kahn. We're working with them on that to still provide services. We will still have our equipment. If we're called out, it's still coming up. But through discussions, we've come up with, we feel it's the betterment of the community here.
Can you tell us what are the pros and what are the cons
I'll
and
get
how
into
you
that.
feel it's the betterment? Okay.
Yeah, the betterment.
Okay.
So the betterment's gonna be, for the communities on both sides, if we can join, which is going to in turn allow us to annex into District 1, which I've got our president, vice president over here, which is gonna collect tax money. Takes any burden off of the city to provide emergency services for that aspect of it. By doing so, the plan is to put what they call stipend people at the stations. Depending on what amount is collected, this coming January, we're actually putting 4 people on during the day. And do that. The ultimate goal is to have 4-day there, 2 at night, same thing up here. That way there's always gonna be a 24/7 coverage up here. If they catch a call, Trinidad's sending 2 people to backfill this station. Same way there. So it's gonna work hand in hand.
So y'all gonna operate as one unity?
Correct. And that's been one of the big questions been brought up is, well, I don't want Trinidad trucks running all 7 Points calls. It's not, so we're actually in the process of talking to Chief Kahn.
Or y'all just gonna put just like the ESD on the trucks, or y'all still gonna run under the city logo? City
So-
names, like Trinidad, Tool? you know?
The final decision we've kinda come up with, we're gonna rebrand. It's gonna be HC West Fire Rescue for Henderson County West. That way it'll encompass anything on this side. Right now we cover the city of Star Harbor, so it still encompass that.
Yeah.
Just anything that kinda comes in, there's negotiations and discussions with Tool coming in, doing the same thing. So the ultimate goal between all of us is to have one ESD on the west side of the lake with paid people throughout the whole area.
And my understanding, does that mean our citizens will have another tax? Is that what I heard? Okay.
We have a really low income
It,
base and a lot of seniors, and there were some that when we first initiated our own property tax, we had people come up that couldn't even afford to pay their bills now and just
So
were
what
beside
kind
themselves.
of monies?
What breaks
Percentage.
it
I
up?
pulled up on the, I'm sorry, Dale, but I pulled up on the appraisal district the other day, and it looks like it's a 3 cents per $100 tax.
That's
And I'm
actually
just-
incorrect.
For the,
That's what I'm
am I
saying, are
correct?
you,
Incorrect.
Oh, what is it now?
It's gonna be 8.1 this year.
Okay, it's going up then.
It was actually voted in by all the low income down there as well.
Yeah.
To go to what's called a rolling 10. So to stipend people, just for 4 people during the day, is $350,000 a year.
so is the 8.1 to support your current operations and not the additional operations, so would you be going up again?
So the max we could ever go is 10 cents. That's the absolute max the state will allow is 10
Because
cents.
when we did in Kemp many years ago, we went in at 3. I don't know where they're at now, but that's been years ago. So we went in at 90, we went fire district at 90. Basically what they did were, all the cities would go fire district. The ones that had not went got fire district, basically the commissioners court, basically they said they're not issuing any more fire districts, in a nutshell. So the ones that did not have fire districts,
would not be able to go fire district to generate funds to pay for their equipment. That's why Seven Points has got some pretty bad equipment, because they haven't been fire district. But in that sense, it will help them because they will, so what they're doing, since the Henderson County designated all this territory in Trinidad Fire District, basically is what they did.
So, in 1992, just like Kemp did back in the 90s, there was a petition sent out to the general public in the area that we cover. We got the required signatures, it went to an election, and it formed what was then called a rural fire protection district. In 2006, the state stepped in and said there's no more of a rural fire protection district. Now it's gonna be called an emergency service district. Any emergency service district after 2006 is an automatic 10 cents. We were capped at 3 cents. We've been at 3 cents since 1992. This year it did go to an election, and it's called the rolling 10. Our maximum we could go to is 8.1. We was actually trying to go to a 9 cent to cover the 24/7 coverage. And still be able to have day-to-day operations, replace some equipment that's aging.
So this is all based off of property value,
Correct.
just like our Valorem tax,
Yeah,
right?
you would
Here's
be
my-
adding additional
Right,
tax
and here's my
services.
question, so, and this is coming, and it's coming very soon. I've been following this quite often. Texas is fixing to do away with property tax. So once that goes away, what happens to all of this that has been put into place that's running off of property taxes? Then what happens?
Then you go back to.
You can only get so much sales tax.
Well, they don't get sales tax.
Yeah.
Right, no, I know
But that's
that,
on
but I'm
how
saying they're
taxes
gonna have
would
to
be,
come up
and
with
they
something.
couldn't get that, so.
Yeah. They're gonna have to come up with something, and my question is if you're running off of property taxes from the citizens, then once the property tax has been voided out and Texas decides to do away with that, then where are the citizens in this area of this side of the Henderson County gonna get its fire protection?
Is
Same way
Texas
they're
doing
doing
away
state
with the
Texas.
taxes for the city
Well,
and
the state
the
taxes.
schools, or is that just for
The
Texas?
state of Texas has been slowly taking away from property tax and putting caps and restraints in place.
That's for
I
the
think we are
state
many years
taxes.
out from doing totally away with property tax, but
It's a slow.
they are slowly each year taking more and more away.
But just from Texas state taxes? Or-
Yes.
But that's not from the city, that's not from the county?
Well, the city is
Well, that's
part
where
of
we get
it.
it from.
They're capping
Yeah.
cities, school districts, counties, all that.
So it is all
They're
part of
capping
it.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna fall in the same thing, and like she just said,
It's just
once they do away with all these property taxes, your cities are gonna close, because you're gonna have no tax income. Fire departments are gonna go back to whatever they've got at the time, they're gonna run it until it just can't run anymore. You're gonna lose stipend people because you can't afford them. Annabelle.
Yeah.
It's one of the largest ESDs. It covers all around Corpus Christi,
And-
inside Corpus Christi.
And it actually covers part of city
Yeah.
limits of Corpus Christi.
I mean, you're looking at that's gonna close. Smith County ESD number 2, which covers the vast majority of Smith County. If they did away with it, all these fire departments that are full paid departments are gonna close doors. All your schools are gonna close because they're gonna lose all that money.
They're getting really creative with it, so
Yeah, I don't
what is
see-
really happening is, your state is taking more control, so you're gonna see stuff shift from cities and schools to state and federal.
State control.
I mean, so
that's
it's
right.
not that your taxes are going away,
Just going-
they're
just
just
going
getting
out
a
the
creative
van.
way to
Yeah.
take it all back in
So,
their
okay,
possession.
So if we do this, and what happens to our department that we have now that's volunteer, what happens to all of that?
And where are they at and how do they feel
And,
about it?
because I mean, there's stuff that the city covers for that
I'm
fire
just
department.
curious.
Well, but if they go to the district, basically, it relinquishes the city from any responsibilities.
Who did I talk to when we called, was that you that I talked to on the phone?
High probability.
Okay, mentioned something that the 2 other fire departments would be turned into satellite departments and their chief would become battalion chiefs?
So, the ultimate goal, if everything goes as planned, with the rebranding of HC West Fire Rescue, if that's the final name that, Chief Conrad and I actually come up with, it's going to essentially be the chief and a fire chief that's over everything. Trinidad will become battalion, 7 Points become battalion, anybody else that comes in will become a battalion.
I'm assuming public hearings would have to occur,
So,
cause I'd like to see what the citizen buy-in is on
Yeah,
this.
there's
I
gotta-
don't wanna just do
Absolutely.
something or be in
Well-
favor of something and not really have citizen
Yeah.
input.
Well, not only that, here's my other thing is, where's our department head for our fire department?
Kenny Crutchfield was here, he said it's gonna be a long meeting and had to go do something and said if I needed,
I did see him earlier when he first came in.
And one thing about this, I mean, this is not something that it's gotta be voted on by the citizens.
Yeah.
This is not something that y'all can make
Right, but
decisions.
we only have maybe 75 to 100 citizens show up at the polls. I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
and
well,
you're
I mean,
talking about these elderly people that may not get out
Well, I
because they're
understand.
stuck
I
in their
mean-
home and can't vote, and it's affecting them.
Well, honestly,
So
I
that's why
agree,
I
I mean,
would
I'm
like to
disabled,
see
so I do
buy-in.
understand, I'm on a limited budget as well, so I mean, I do understand. But I also, I've been a fireman for 43 years, and I can tell you right now that your volunteerism is not what it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
we know that.
Now you're lucky if you can get somebody to come out at any time.
Yeah, we.
So, I mean, you're
I think we have like
kinda caught between a rock and a hard
volunteers on our
place.
roster, and we get like 2 to 5 that show up.
Well, they have jobs during the day.
Well, I
We get
understand.
that.
And, but I mean, when you're laying on the side of the road, do you
Right.
care that
I don't care what
Right.
color he is or how big he is or how small he is.
Exactly, I mean, you know,
I
and
mean,
that's,
add an additional 8-9 cents on our citizens, we really do wanna see what they have to say about it.
Well, and
And
I can
that's a lot
understand
to put on people when we don't know the total effect of it.
I mean, if you have what's the medium household, value?
right now.
We had a lady, when the taxes went up, her taxes went up $200 and she couldn't pay it.
She was in here in
$200.
tears.
Well,
In tears.
and I understand,
So
I
it
mean,
affects a lot.
it's gonna affect everybody.
My house is appraised at $242,000, and last year I paid $27 a year.
Well, it was a big focus to get our roads done, and it was a hard decision. This
Yeah.
whole table was silent the night that we had to initiate a property tax, because that's a lot. A
Yeah.
lot of money you're fixing to pull out of somebody's pocket that may not have it.
Oh, and I understand.
And believe me, it took a long time to get that vote,
8.1 now.
because you're taking the livelihood of people into your hands.
I believe, honestly, I've taken people's lives in my hands, but I'm,
And it goes, no, it's not right now.
Is it
It's-
not
that's
ever gonna
the-
change, or you
That's
saying
the
it'll
absolute
never
max the
change?
state has allowed since 2006.
So it may change, cause 2006 was a long time ago.
No,
so
they're
it could
actually talking about
change.
going down. The maximum we can go to is the minimum tax rate.
but one of the things also that is an advantage, it's also not a disadvantage, is you end up with a better ISO rating, which decreases your homeowner's insurance.
Yes.
For every point that we decrease it, I mean, I don't know what 7 points is now. We're at a 5. I imagine 7 points is probably at a 7, or maybe even a 9.
Would Cindy or
It's-
Kenny know that? I mean, Kenny or,
Yeah, he
Cindy's
should.
husband?
Yeah.
But I
Never
mean,
mind.
for every point that it goes down, it lowers your insurance, homeowner's insurance by 10%. So it basically pays for itself in the long run. I mean, you're just moving money from one spot to another. I mean, at 10, you've got some insurance companies that won't even talk to you.
That's right.
And I mean, so there's advantages and there's also disadvantages. It's gonna cost. I mean, but nothing in this life is free, so.
What about the, insurance on the vehicles and the insurance on the firemen?
That's all covered by
Would I
the
be
ESD.
covered
And
that?
also maybe.
We have a contract to provide that, we can negate that
It was an
contract if we
opportunity to
do
have so big
this.
for themselves.
Yeah, that'll all be part of the ESD
Yeah, I'd like
responsibilities.
to table this and talk about it later. That's a huge decision.
And then that way citizens can ask them questions
Yes.
too.
We're just trying to safeguard them because as of right now, outside the incorporated city limits, it's covered by Trinidad. So, and that's why all this discussion started. So right now, we're gonna be sending trucks from Trinidad to Cap City, to the county line. I mean, trucks are coming from Trinidad, nowhere else.
Yeah, and I know there was a lady that, she reached out to me through Facebook and asked me specifically about this, like, I don't even know anything about it, you know, I'll hear about it at the meeting. And so, like I said, I know there's people out there that have questions and wanna know, you know, so.
I would like to see this go to, get tabled and go to, a public hearing, and then that way we can discuss this again next month after a special called public hearing in between now and our next meeting.
And so
To
that way
give
the
our citizens a chance to voice their opinions, cause,
Right.
I mean, I don't like paying
You gotta look
taxes.
at-
I know
Y'all
everybody
voted
does.
down there for 8.5%, y'all voted on
So our
that in the
citizens
county.
have-
If y'all see an ESD
But we
now-
didn't vote up here, our
Yeah.
citizens didn't vote for that, that's
But-
what we're getting at.
And they was talking about, and what the city and the fire department before had talked about starting an ESD up here.
Yeah.
It's 10 cents.
And everything that we just did for our seniors and our homestead, all those exemptions would basically go away.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
go back to
everything we
square
did
one.
to try to help save money goes away and adds
If
more
you got
on.
homestead exemptions, they're still there.
No, I know they're there, but I'm saying it,
But
with
we're
the
adding
additional
another
tax, it's like we didn't do anything for them.
Well, you got the additional tax, but then you get the money back off the homeowner's insurance.
If they
So,
go
well,
and
that
renew
takes
their
time.
homeowners, I mean.
Well,
they
if
got-
they can afford
Yeah,
homeowners, I can help
yeah,
somebody
I
that
know.
have
We have to
homeowners
educate our
insurance.
citizens
And that
to
takes
go
time,
make those
that may
moves.
take
And that's what I
5
say, we
years
come to
before
y'all
we lower
first.
our rate.
And that's what I'm saying, we just
And
need
we
time.
do it
Yeah,
to
we're going to
bring,
the outside portion because
We do.
we have to safeguard, we've gotta build a station.
And I get the benefit, I really do get the benefit.
Yeah,
I-
we
it's
try
just
to
that
get the city.
I would like to see what our
incorporate
citizens
it
feel
into the
about it.
city That's not the county portion, try to give y'all an opportunity to come in as well.
So I would like to, I'm gonna make a motion to table this and set this up for a public hearing. We need to, can we set, a date right now?
When
Like
you
we
do a
did for
public hearing, it has to go a notice in the paper for 2 weeks.
Okay, so
So,
We
can
can
we
kinda
set a
get for the
date
next
for
meeting.
2 weeks from now to set a public hearing?
well.
I would give them at least a month so we can get some
She's saying there's
notices
not
out
enough
and,
time.
Oh, there's not
At
enough.
least be a month.
Okay.
We're already working on.
so like maybe September.
That would be the best.
That's a man.
And well, that'll give us, we need to be able to get
Right,
our citizens
right.
know
We
that
need to
this
gather
is gonna-
information.
Because it's gonna be
Yeah.
like the post office, we're gonna get lots of.
Right,
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 Or more than the
right.
post office.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of
It affects
voices.
everybody.
Right, it does, it really does.
So I'll make a motion to table this and set up a public hearing, what would she say, around September?
What kind of deadlines do you have?
If you called it in tomorrow, it would probably be
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess.
at the next week. It would probably be, it could be 2 weeks.
So our next council meeting is, September what? Second Thursday.
It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
September 12th? 11th or 12th?
Absolutely, and I can do it right now.
So you would be very safe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For the September 11th
Yeah,
or
that-
12th?
So,
Put it on the next meeting. It's been a push for the county.
Put it on the next
And that gives them almost a full month to try to get the word out, get people to come if they can come.
I think that would be a good
So
idea.
when do you want to set the public? What kind of date are y'all looking
First thing I think of is.
Well, the regular next regular council meeting would be September.
So is that gonna be, we're gonna do all the discussion there at the meeting,
I would
we're
let
gonna
them
do it all
know.
at the same time?
Can you control this? I can't, too much racket on there.
Hey, can y'all hold it down? So, we're proposing that the next meeting on the, what day?
The 11th.
The 11th,
Okay.
that we just have the discussion that night, and we can vote on it. That'll be our discussion night. We'll have some time set aside.
For the
and-
public hearing, for the
yes.
people. to
We
ask
can
the
do a public
questions.
hearing during the meeting if you want.
Yes,
That's
Just
all
open-
we can do that.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that the volunteers are here and
Yes,
then
we'll
hopefully
make
these
sure
guys
our
can
chief's
come
here,
so they
Ken's
can ask
here,
all the
and everything,
questions
yeah.
to them. Okay.
So I'll make a motion to table and set this.
Can y'all make it September 11th?
September.
Can y'all make it September 11th?
911?
Okay.
I mean, I'd like for y'all to be present too.
Right.
I'll second. Charles already, did
Oh,
did
yeah.
you already make the motion?
Yeah,
I'll
put the
second.
motion in to set this for the next meeting for September 11th for public hearing and discussion.
And you second?
I second.
Can you get Charlotte that date you need the notice by?
All she has to do is call our office tomorrow. and
As of
we'll
right now, Mayor, I don't have anything.
Okay, thank you. We'll shoot for that. We'll do discussion and everything, and we'll get some action on it then. All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, okay. Thank you for being here. And you too.
Appreciate it.
Y'all-
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank y'all
y'all.
very much.
Okay.
Be here for the rest of this.
Next item is review and consider communication application number 5 for USCS contract. So, basically what we got a letter telling us that they were closing our post office, September the 11th. November 11th. They're gonna close it, so.
Was there a
So-
reason why they're closing it?
They give no reason, just that, what, it was not needed anymore?
No, I've called the net down there and
I called her today, and.
So,
did she talk to you?
She did.
supposedly, somebody knows somebody in Colorado to get it closed. I don't know who.
What? What's
That's where the contractor
That's
done
where
out of.
everything goes.
She gave us a list of crap.
Yeah, all the contracts are done in
Yeah,
Colorado.
Supposedly, the public relations, they didn't know about the meeting today.
Or they would've came
And
and
she
said-
said, or they would've had somebody present to explain everything and why this is happening.
Well, you know, it looks like they would've called us and told us, because I've called her daily.
From what
She
she's
had to
saying is,
call
she's
her back.
requested that the mayor call her, to speak with her, and she's tried several times, and several times you refused to come. And then one time y'all did actually schedule a meeting, but you were 45 minutes late, and she was already in another meeting.
That was months and months ago. It didn't have anything to do with the closing of the post
But she said the whole reason for the closing of the post office was for performance reasons. It is very poorly managed. And she has suggested several things that needed to be done to correct it, and it hasn't been done. And that,
It was in Loxton that we.
that the theft of, the burning of the mail was an issue. That there wasn't people, there on time, and that there were several Saturdays that the post office was actually closed.
Well, that's totally incorrect.
It's
because
also
She actually
incorrect on
called
that.
me on a Saturday to find out if it was closed.
This was
and
the
I didn't-
postmaster
I know.
talking.
Yeah, she don't.
Oh, and she
like
said
that.
also that we're gonna owe them money, that there were several shortages from deposits.
There was,
That's not
at
the
one
issue.
time, $143. I saw where they made the deposit, because what happens is, when they make a deposit, they lock it up in a big huge bag. A guy comes after it, or whoever picks the mail and stuff up, comes after it, he signs for that. He doesn't, I'm sure he knows there's money in it, whoever it is, knows there's money in it, they take it to Dallas. And it might be 3 months, and then they call and say, hey, we don't have this money. Well, yeah, you do. They need to prove to me they didn't get it. How can they?
It
They
leaves our
signed for the money.
possession locked up in a bag, and then, so
She
it goes
also
to
said
Dallas or
that,
somewhere.
like, when she came in, there was money loosely laid in a drawer that wasn't accounted for properly. She had several complaints as to why they did this.
Oh, I've got a list of them, but
She
we
a
worked
camp?
on them, and she's.
That's the
Yeah,
lady
she's
that
a-
came
her
here.
name
She-
is Danette. She's the postmaster.
She's a very difficult
And
person.
she's in the camp post office.
Yes.
I won't be telling her tomorrow, but what I want y'all to do is I want that notice out, people
Yeah.
are gonna panic when they see
Is
it.
there
Yeah,
any
and it's
way
gonna
that we
close.
salvage
They're
this?
not, I asked, was there any way we can keep this? And she said no.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She said it is gonna close.
They
There's
don't
only
have near
300
enough
people.
post office in Kemp to take over.
We've already lost our buddy, now we were closing.
Yeah, so,
Now we have, Maybank's getting all the business now.
Yeah.
And one of you may make my business.
Yeah,
I'm not a
I
Maybank
tried
person.
everything I could, and she
I
said
am-
it's
I'm
a
just
done
not a
deal,
Maybank
there is
person.
no going back on it.
Do we know what happens from here? We have a post office.
You'll
box.
have to switch to Maybank or Kemp, is
That
what she's
number
saying.
is assigned to Kemp.
Or Trinity.
So will those boxes go to Kemp?
I can ask her, I don't know.
Two different.
I don't know that
cities, So
answer.
that you don't have to change
Right.
your address?
I can try to get that information from her and see if I can, or do you come to the meetings regularly? If you're at the next meeting, okay, if you're at the next meeting, I'll try to find out and
Because-
get that information, or I can get it to him if he can get it to you.
We've got 340 something mailboxes.
380 in there.
And so, the thing about it, Kemp, we've got as many mailboxes as Kemp's got, And
So how are
there's
they
no
gonna-
way they're gonna be able to take the load that we have and put them in Kemp.
I just
They
know
don't
she
have that many
had mentioned
boxes.
that everybody's gonna have to go get new PO boxes, that's what she said. What that means, if that means a new address, new PO number, I don't know.
Is there somebody above her?
Well, and this is the thing too, so
They're our
this
host.
is, yes, so this is contract, they're contracted, the employees that we have working there work for the city, not for the post office. So,
We paid them.
so, but well, they're not gonna be paying us anymore to
Yeah.
use our building, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then our poor employees,
Right.
obviously, they're not gonna have a place to.
Yeah, the contract, what did you say it came out of, somewhere out of Colorado?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's somebody way higher
Yeah,
up.
somebody way up.
I know that she said the burning of the mill was reported to somebody in inspection services further up, and that's kinda where it all initiated, and then all the issues were presented,
Did the
and they said
city
close it
know
down.
about that?
Yes.
There was no burning of the
Yeah,
mail.
we know.
There was,
From what she said, there's videos.
there's junk mail that was thrown out at the direction of the person who trained the employee who did that. We verified that by calling the 3 employees that worked there for her before this employee came in, and they all agreed they were trained that way.
Well, regardless,
mailbox-
you don't throw people's things away that are addressed to people, that is federal.
I know, but.
Okay, but they were trained that way by the person who
Yeah.
runs the
Doesn't
post
matter,
office.
It's not right.
We
They
find
didn't know
out
any
that
better.
until
And then,
after the fact.
and then how
And
did we
remember,
find
these
out
are-
about it?
these
Not
are-
from here, we found out about it through citizens, which is not okay either.
Well,
That's because you had somebody going around.
I paid it, and I know
That's
that's
it.
the problem.
There's a citizen that trained all this thing and caused
Well,
a
I mean,
whole
if you
debacle.
look at the
That's
root
right.
of all the drama, you're gonna see several of the same people.
But I know,
Yeah.
if it's my junk mail, you don't have to throw my crap away.
They didn't
Well,
throw it
yeah.
away unless there was an
Yeah.
so
agreement
what's the
with.
deal? She had an agreement, those people don't like the junk mail in their mailboxes, so
Right.
she marked all the ones that didn't want the junk mail, she marked their boxes. And so
Inside.
so she would not put the junk mail in their boxes.
Exactly
So the
right.
new employees that came in, she said, oh, those that got those, have those marks, you don't put junk mail in them. And so that's.
There's a
how
label
this
on each
stuff-
box that says
So
no
in other
leaders.
words, in other words, is what has
We're getting
happened.
the repercussion of
We're getting the
everything.
repercussions of what's happened years ago.
Yes.
Just like with our finances.
This has been going on for years, and
That were in
the
the
current
debacle
employees were
of-
trained the same way.
Cost us our contract.
So the boxes were actually marked. with
It's not the
colors.
2 that were down there
Don't
that did
put
it.
junk mail in them.
Been going on
Maybe
for
nobody else did.
Because the citizens didn't want it, so she
If they,
didn't, I
there's
know,
a trash can.
there's a trash can out there to put it. Anyway, that's how that came, that part came about.
Maybe they were in boxes and nobody else.
Word out. Yeah, we'll definitely.
So-
Gonna put it in the paper and.
Basically, Keith, they don't want to stay.
Well,
They don't want to stay.
I didn't know.
Danette, she's the postmaster.
it says review and consider modifications. Well, I think if the post office or
There's nothing we
whoever
can
in
do.
Colorado, so there's nothing we can do, there's nothing to review and consider.
No.
I mean,
You folks have been
but I just-
officially noticed.
So we could tell all of you guys
I mean,
what's going on.
And we need to put it in the paper.
Do we know when it's gonna close?
November 11th.
November.
November 11th, as she said. was-
No, she was adamant that.
She was, yeah, I tried to see if there was anything we could
She's
do.
been trying to get this thing shut down.
So hopefully y'all get the
I've
same
been trying to do
mailbox.
this for Shirley and, around.
I don't know why, but it's been a burden. I'm telling you, they don't have that. I guess they
Working on it, working on it, calm down.
Anyway, so what?
Alright, let's move on to number 18.
Did we take action?
There's no action to
There's
take.
no
I
action
mean,
to take.
Well, we
can't-
still have
Well,
to,
he's
we
gotta
have to
sign.
approve the modification.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta sign.
Oh, I'm sorry, there is
So,
something.
so we do have to take, action on this.
Yeah, here's so basically it says amendment, solicitation modification of contracts, effective 11/11/25, amendment 005, so,
So we accept the
yeah.
modification.
This is your 120-day written notice.
Make a motion to accept the modification of contract to the post office.
And let the mayor sign.
I'll
You gotta
second.
sign it?
Yeah, I gotta sign it.
Then authorize him to sign it.
Yeah, and authorize me to sign it.
Oh, and authorize the mayor to sign it.
Okay.
So we
And
have
I'll
a-
second.
We have a motion, we have a Charles, second by
I'll
Donna.
second.
All in favor?
It's gonna look good though.
It's gonna look good, maybe.
Well, that's another maybe.
Besides all those repairs.
Okay, all right, moving on to number 18. So this is the stuff we were talking about earlier. It is. So review and approve setting option purchase amount of $65,000 to purchase the following road maintenance and repair equipment: reclaimer, roller, motor grader, and chip seal. So if y'all, I'll put it in there because of the auction date, we put it in there. If y'all wanna do that.
Do we have the money to pay for it? I guess
Yes,
that's my
ma'am, we
question.
do.
We have it in the road fund, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's gonna be, to be honest with you, I said 60, we put 65. You know.
Is it gonna fluctuate, what are we looking at fluctuation wise,
No, look, hold on
going
a second.
up or lower, you know?
So I think we're good on that one. That one there's okay.
So we allow a fluctuation of 10,000?
Do you have anybody to use?
No,
the
that's
equipment?
good, those numbers are
He
good.
said they do.
Those
I
numbers are good?
think that will be, I mean, because if it gets too out of hand, they just find something else. you know?
Okay.
Well, and so just be careful with the 65 because it is over the 50,000,
Right.
that we don't do one piece of
No,
equipment
no,
over
this
50.
is four.
Okay,
This is
that's
four
what I'm just
pieces.
saying, I'm making
No,
sure
no,
we
no,
don't
no,
do
no.
that.
No, this is for, and if we don't get all of them, we'll, if something gets too high, we just won't bid on it, and we'll just try to find it somewhere
Well,
else.
as long as
But-
we don't pass the threshold of 65,000, I think we're good.
Yeah, on multiple.
We all agree on that?
Multiple,
Right, yeah, that's what he just said,
Yeah, so we, I mean, it's not one, no, it is not one.
But that's what I'm saying, just don't go
Oh, no,
over
no.
the 50 on
But,
one,
I mean,
as long as you
honestly,
don't.
if we can't get it at a affordable, then I'll just keep looking. They have.
I'll make a motion to approve the
This is-
65,000 for the purchase of reclaimer, roller, motor grader, and chip sealer. And I will notate that it cannot, the 65,000 cannot be spent on one piece of equipment, it has to be multiple.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. That's for 19. Review and consider an interlocal agreement with Gumbel City to provide dispatch service jail space for incarcerated subjects and provisions for backup services in cases where extra deployment would be needed. So we've had Gumbel offer to do our dispatching. We spend roughly around 130,000-40,000 a year. I think, what was our overtime this year on dispatch?
I don't remember,
40?
the total was around 160, I think it was.
I think it's 40,000 we spent on overtime dispatching this year. So they've offered to do our dispatching and jail our prisoners for approximately around $15,000 a year. So,
So that means that these guys will just radio Gumbel.
they will do all of our dispatching. They're currently in a contract, there's a contract in here that they have with, Paint Springs, that they do the same thing that they've offered us. And, so basically they do our dispatching, they house any inmates we bring in, they take care of that. And so the contract there's a copy of it in here with Paint Springs, and they do it for $15,000 a year.
Does that include our warrants?
Yes. So they do everything, and basically, I mean,
Does that include giving us radios, cause they're digital,
they said that y'all are on their channels already.
but we don't have enough digital radios.
Well, the money we save,
Yeah, we can get some radios.
$5,000,
How
$6,000
would that
radio.
actually, how would that work though on response time for everybody? Like, I don't wanna do anything that's going to.
It wouldn't be any different than we do right now. A call comes in and they dispatch it out. Wouldn't be any
So
different than we are now.
what about the people that we currently have on staff?
Well, I mean,
How many dispatchers do you have?
4 full-time.
So
Four
your 4 people will be
We'll have to
losing their
keep-
jobs.
we'll keep one for daily operations, just like we have at City Hall. And we'll keep one to do their stuff that their tickets and do all that.
When we're hiring lots of other positions to do people's jobs and help.
Well,
compensate
I look at,
all this
I'm
other
about
stuff.
saving money for the city, and it saves us a
But
tremendous
we're
amount of money.
fine spending extra money for other positions, but you're going
But-
to sit here and try to
But if you
get rid
cut
of other
dis-
people
but
that
okay,
have been
hold-
here for a
but
long
if we cut
time?
No, I'm
If
not
we cut
trying to
dispatch,
put,
we can give our police department better vehicles and we can give them raises.
I'm
That's
not
what
trying to
I'm-
knock
I
people
mean,
out of
that's kinda what
job.
I'm
My
looking
job
at.
for the city is to figure out how I can better manage the city and get us our funds, and that's the
I have
way.
one question, why didn't you bring this to me and talk to me about this first?
Because
Before you
it's,
put it out
this
to the
is just for
public?
discussion. All this is discussion item now.
This is.
Our police officers would still respond to the call.
Yeah, just like normal, it's just they dispatch,
They
it's
would
just an
just be
option.
dispatched from
You know,
somewhere
y'all vote on
else.
it, all I do is bring the stuff before y'all.
So I have a question.
Y'all look at this person right here, y'all be telling her she's going bye-bye.
Why?
So-
Maybe Gumbarrel needs her.
Could we
I don't
provide,
wanna work for Gumbarrel.
if we
I
did
wanna work
this,
here.
could we provide insurance to our police officers with the money that we would save by doing that? Could we be able to supply them with health insurance that you don't currently have health
Or are they
insurance now,
next?
right?
Are
Do
they
you have
next?
health insurance,
No,
Brandon?
we don't, we have vision and
No,
That's
if
that-
you're
that's-
getting rid of
Why do you have
jail,
to say that?
because that's my question. You're getting rid of a
How
jail,
do
you're
you
getting rid
know
of
that they're
dispatch,
next?
so are the police next?
That's ridiculous.
Can somebody just answer my
creating a-
question, please? This isn't, we don't need a whole bunch of
I
riffraff
don't
going
know
on.
if this would cover their health or not.
Would-
I don't know. You wouldn't, but.
I mean,
I mean, at
honestly,
hundred and 45,000, we would be able to give them more than just vision and dental. We can all sit here and agree
Yeah, I'm sure we
that our
could.
police department, A, they need uniforms other than just jeans. B, we need
got
to
'em in
give them,
uniforms now.
okay,
That's the
so
first
you
thing
got
I
them in
did.
uniforms. So they all understand that you're wanting better vehicles, right? You're getting 2 new trucks. I believe that we need to at least offer you some medical insurance. You guys are putting your life out on the line for the citizens of this town, right? So, I mean, if we're doing this, we need to figure out what the pros and the cons are. Yeah,
I think so,
unfortunately, we
too.
are gonna lose a couple employees, but we're still gonna be able to keep a couple employees. We've gotta figure out how to better take care of our police
But
department.
basically, you're trying to save money, but if you're gonna do that, you're not saving money.
Cause
So
they're gonna turn
what's
around
the
and
point?
spend it.
Why get rid of 4 people who now have to go out and find a job when we're just shifting money around? We're not
So
saving
you'd much rather
money.
your husband run around out here without medical
I'm
insurance,
just
putting his
saying,
life on
I
the
wouldn't
line?
feel bad personally getting rid of 4
I do
people.
too.
You've
I
never
get
done
it.
it in finance?
been doing it
You've
for
never
10 years
been
without
the
insurance.
aggressor of having,
Cutting positions is
yeah.
the last thing I do. That's the last thing.
But
In
you
my,
had to
my
do it.
history of Kaufman,
Well,
I have not personally had to do it.
Okay, I wanna say something. The overtime that you're talking about, it's because we have lost people, and there were weeks that I
But
worked 8 days in a
You
row.
gotta realize, I realize you're employed, that's just fine,
And if you're
but-
looking at overtime, okay, so overtime is not more than a salary. So they're covering a shift. You're paying that additional half-time when you would have been paying a full salary. You're paying a portion for that person to come in and
Well,
cover that
here's the
shift.
deal, we spend about 140,000 a year, so I look at options to try to cut our expenses, that's what I do.
Well,
So,
you don't like it because you were interrogating me about a call and you didn't even know what it was
Ma'am,
about.
you need to quit talking about meetings that we've had, because that's gonna get you in trouble. That will get you in trouble, you can't talk about meetings that we have. That will get you in a lot of trouble,
Okay.
so you don't need to talk.
Oh, really?
You don't talk during our council meeting. So
Have
anyway,
you looked at county?
for what? Hey, Gumbel offered it to us.
Okay, I'm understanding, but you
So-
brought it to the table, I'm just asking, did you ask Henderson County how much they would charge?
No, I did not.
So
This is
there
this is
could
just
be-
brought up for discussion
There could be
because
somebody less.
it could be, if it's less, I'm game for it. I
Well,
just,
does it with-
the city manager offered this. She said, hey, why don't you just let us do your dispatches? It'll save you a lot of money.
So what is the backup services in case where extra deployment would be needed?
If y'all get in trouble, if you need
We
backup.
already have a mutual
I
agreement
realize
with
that.
Tool and Gumbel right now.
I realize
Toll
that.
does Henderson County.
No, I'm
But
talking
Tool
about-
doesn't have,
He's
Tool
talking
doesn't have
about
an
to help them
officer.
back them up if they
Tool,
need help.
Tool does not have an officer on 24/7.
Yes, it is. They don't
So
have
when
dispatch
did they change that?
24/7. They've always
Because-
had 24/7.
Well,
since
it
I worked
wasn't,
there.
it wasn't 6 months ago, there was a discussion that we had with you and you said, and you had told us that Tool didn't have an officer on at night,
Right.
24/7.
Because
That
they didn't have
was-
their positions filled.
They didn't have their position filled. Now they have more officers.
It was
than we do.
authorized, but not
So,
Okay.
they went to half dispatch during the day, Monday through Friday, no, or is it 7 days a week they do dispatch? 7
That's
days a
Monday
week,
through
they do
Friday.
dispatch during the day only, and then they transfer to county.
So,
Okay.
I mean.
So
that's
if we
what we're
transfer
supposed
to
discuss.
county, like you're saying, if the county gives us a better deal, and we can save even more money, if we transferred over to county, then who would you be your backup then? It would still be Tool and Gun Barrel, or whoever's
Yeah.
around it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, I've already got an MOU with these other agencies, and when it comes to, where emergency management is needed,
Yeah.
Henderson County comes in and takes over. It
Well,
don't
we
matter
all
what
know that
city.
it takes county a while,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even though they have a
I'm just
satellite
saying,
station up here.
like whenever, Eustis had the tornadoes come through,
Uh-huh.
they came in and took over.
Yeah.
So,
Because they're-
because they got more people and more equipment.
Understood.
We're in like a big
Right,
bad
and we
disaster
all-
situation.
And we all have to sign an agreement, every city has to sign an agreement.
Right, yeah, we're in,
But my deal is we got 4 people. You asked me to cut the overtime, I did.
Yeah.
There's no more overtime.
well, look, this was offered by the city manager, and I told her I'd present it to the council, because it is a big savings for us, and that's what I'm doing.
But I cut the overtime, so we don't even have, whatever.
But
their
we're still
salaries is.
spending 30,000, just say we spend 130,000.
I'd like to see that on paper.
So, it's there.
Because my
Because I've asked
dispatchers
for
make
financials
14
over and
an hour.
over again, and I get nothing, I've been asking since April.
So, but that's, so
Dispatchers
anyway, I
make
just wanted to
14
bring it up, because.
40 hours a week.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Back to blue, I don't care how you do it.
This ain't got nothing to do with that, this is just trying to
I'm
cut,
telling
manage
you,
money for the city.
Every place, look around.
Well, that's the thing I don't understand. You're trying to cut in one position that's been here forever, but you keep adding positions in other areas. I don't get that. You know, that's not,
But here's
that's
the
not
deal, if
business
we can
savvy.
get
They
it
weren't
done,
even approved by
that-
council.
That doesn't have nothing to do, if we can get something done, a service done, we contract stuff to all kinds of people, the city contracts stuff out. We got the code red we're contracting out. We got different things, but if there's something that I think we can save money, I'm gonna bring it before the council. And that
Well,
saves us money.
Here's the other thing that I'm looking at here, is this right here, Gun Barrel has offered a jail, their jail. So when we go to rebuild the city hall, if that's what we have to do, or which, however that pans out,
You'll get.
if they offer us, jail cells for storing inmates, then we don't have to build a new jail, or whichever, so that cuts out another expense.
But the problem with that is an officer has to leave the city to go to take.
They leave the city now, I see them in Gun Barrel all the time getting something to eat.
Well, I'm just saying, and
And
then
I
how
get- I
long does
understand
that
what you're
take?
saying.
What kind of process is that when
Well,
you take an inmate?
From what I
to jail?
understand, Gun
Is there a
Barrel only
process?
they have 3 cells.
And that's what I'm saying, if they're full, then what do
And
you do?
if they're full, then we have to go all the way to county.
Yeah.
So,
Well, but we're just
but-
talking hypothetical, we don't know, it's just an incident, you go there, one out of 10 times it may be full. But that's all hypothetical.
What do you do
You know.
now?
So right now,
We're going to county.
they're going to county. They're going all the way to Henderson County. So that's a lot closer than Henderson County, Athens, right now.
But
It answers the question.
if we rebuild over there,
Then that
everybody
all
I've
goes
talked
away.
to said, the jail, there's nothing wrong with the jail,
With what jail?
with ours over there.
The whole building is a disaster.
It's
They
gonna
said
be
there's nothing
condemned.
wrong with our jail, there was no water
Well,
damage.
They
That-
don't
that's-
condemn the whole building.
Yeah, the
We
whole
can't
building.
just leave just the jail cell and
No
then
kidding.
try and build a whole new building.
It
They're
don't
gonna,
work
they'll
like
flip
that.
out on us if we do that. We have to get rid of it all.
But is that jail not it's actually its own concrete building in itself? So
It's
why
in the
couldn't
middle
you?
of the other building.
It's on the backside.
It's in the middle of the other building, sharing all the same foundations.
Not to, the jail don't have electricity in it.
Chief,
But
what do you,
anyway.
what do you think, what, would this affect at all, any response time or anything?
No,
for our
it's
citizens?
dispatching just like their dispatching. It wouldn't-
Well, the only
it would
difference
not.
that I could see, and it all depends on if Gun Barrel adds another dispatcher, because right now they're 911, so they dispatch their officers, their fire, and Payne Springs. So
And
that's-
they're not always on time. I've been in the car when they're
So-
not always
So what do you mean on time? Who's not on time?
They're officers when you're going to catch a funeral or whatever, when they're supposed to be there, they're not there. And it's dispatch that's dropping the ball. I mean,
Well, not
I've been in the car
necessarily,
doing it.
I mean, that.
No, I witnessed it.
So.
I
was
will,
in the
and
car.
so I was here back when you called, you didn't get 7 points, you got someone else.
You got county.
You
Well,
did,
the way-
and it
the
took
way it
forever for
works
them to
is-
figure out where you were and who you really needed.
But now it's, I mean, now we have
I remember
technology with
that.
cell phones and everything else, now they pinpoint your location.
So now, if you call 911 right now, you could either get Kaufman County, Gun Barrel, or Henderson County. If you call 911.
Depending on, you're correct, depending on where you are, because,
What tower it hits.
Yeah.
yes, because a recent incident I just went through at the beginning of this week, actually, that happened.
Yeah.
And you're right.
So, the only positive thing I see is when you dial 432-2111, it rings our dispatch.
Mhm.
So you're not transferred. And then-
But it would still be answered over there if we did that, because it would go straight to them that answers the phone, because if they were doing the dispatch. So it really won't be any different.
Right, you still call
Just to be-
911, it's the
yeah.
same thing.
But anyway, that's.
I mean, that's really something, that's a huge savings, $15,000 compared to $140,
Well,
when we're
too,
struggling
you know,
for
then,
funds
then
as
you
it
give
is.
them control, because you've eliminated all your services. You
And
give
we
them
just lost
control,
post office.
and then next year they go up to 30,000 or 50,000
I
or
think,
whatever.
no, that's just,
Well, I mean, if that's the
contract.
case, then we redo the
contract
contract and we
is-
send it
I
over to
think-
county.
I
I
think
mean,
that contract,
so-
she said with a 5-year contract.
Like right now, they have a flock camera in our city. Does that give us access to that too? In that?
I don't know, I mean, it's questions we can ask, honestly, I've just
Because
brought
they-
this
When
up.
I called
just
to
brought it
ask
up.
them about the camera, because we got complaints, you
Yeah.
know, what is this camera?
Yeah, I know, they put them up everywhere, they've got them
So
all
they
over.
put it inside our city limits. Well, the research I've done says that if you're gonna put a flock camera up in another city, you have to have an agreement with that city to be able to use it.
Yeah. But I noticed, I just saw them last week.
So they're the cameras that's on a pole that reads license plates, looks for stolen
So they
vehicles,
can
stuff
track
like that.
They got one on the other end of the county,
Yeah.
one on 334, they got one down by the
Well,
Wesson shop, they got one.
Henderson County's is,
I mean, it's
on a
different than
trailer.
cell phone listening to us.
I know, right.
That's
They're on
crazy.
a pole.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just something we can discuss, you know, that's what I.
I would like to have, I tell you what, this is what I would like to see, just me, I mean, you guys decide whichever way you would like. I would like to see a bid from county for the same thing and seeing what they're offering, with Henderson County, seeing what they're offering for dispatch, see what they're offering for, you know, the services that we're using
We
now.
already do jail there.
Jail, yeah,
I
right,
mean,
we're already doing jail.
Everybody does county
So
jail.
let's see what they offer, you know, contract wise, cost wise of what it would be for them to run dispatch
If they
through
would
them.
even enter.
Now granted,
If they
how
would even be
often,
interested, right.
how often does Henderson County, cause I know it happens with Kaufman County, they'll say, okay, no class Cs.
They haven't really, they started their federal contract,
Kaufman does it a lot, that's
so
what I'm asking.
it's kind of like hit and miss. I mean, it depends on how many federal.
But that
Right,
would affect y'all now.
and it
because
goes
you're
back to
going
if the jails are full, then
Yeah.
you're SOL.
But
That's,
like
that's the
now-
perk of having your own jail, is because if other places are full, you're able to still do what you need to do.
Well, we don't have a jail now. I mean,
We
we're
got
having
one
to
out
truck them to. We're trucking it now to
One out
county,
back?
so.
Yeah.
Just my opinion, I would
Oh,
like
yeah.
to see a bid for, from county to see what they would charge us to do the same thing, that they're, you know, with the, just add dispatch services, to what services we're getting now.
Can we actually get the actual cost of having dispatch here, the actual number?
Yeah, the information that I had
Yeah,
asked
we'll-
for in that email
we'll put
would
it
be
all
very
together.
beneficial, cause I could see it all.
So I make a motion to table and put this on the next agenda for next meeting on September, whatever it is.
11.
See if we can get some, something from.
And see if we can get something from county, yeah.
And-
So we can start comparing and then get some, numbers of what we're spending on dispatch.
How many inmates you think we have a month or something? I mean, is there one every 3 months or one every week or?
It really depends, I mean,
Monthly average, we're probably on average three.
we could get anywhere.
Three
from-
a month?
A month?
Just probably depends on what's going on.
Well, yeah, what holiday it is?
Yeah, yeah, cause your holidays are gonna
It's
step
not,
up.
it's not that many.
And now that the judges and the court clerk have got everything going correctly, we're getting more warrants in, so.
Yeah, they're catching all the backlog up, so a lot of people are getting.
For warrants?
Getting
Yeah.
papers, and if they don't show up, then we get warrants issued, yeah. Yeah, they're getting a lot of backlog problems, so. So we got a motion to table it and try to get a number from Henderson.
From Henderson County.
As well.
Yep, and then get us,
Try to
numbers
have a
of
little
what we're
bit,
spending.
spending costs for the
Spending
next
costs
meeting to
for
look at.
our, yep.
A motion by Charles, we have a second.
Second.
Second by Kevin. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Two votes. Ladies, vote.
And no is at 4. And then no voice is a 4.
Yeah.
All right.
2 to 3.
So, review and consider acceptance of certified values of 2025 tax year. Here's our calculation.
And I'm trying to look to see how that is.
You take care of yourself.
Do you actually have the certified value? This is the copy, is it behind us?
I think it's in there too.
Okay.
Let's, you know, we're gonna-
Oh, yes, I see it at the back.
Okay.
I see it at the back.
Put this on.
Yes.
Did she give you your ARVs?
Everything should be in there. She, I went down there, she helped me, so everything should be in there, packed up for you guys.
My glasses.
Mm-hmm, that's one of the longer ones.
So she should be certifying based off your ARVs, and I don't see that in there. Because it's for the whole thing. Yeah. It looks like we're gonna be approving, and I just pulled it off the worksheet. I don't have the actual certified from the,
I'm printing it out because they had to redo it, so what do you want?
it's the ARV paperwork. So it looks like the one with the grand totals, but it actually says ARV on it. It would say like ARV
Yeah, she
approved
sent me the
totals.
whole packet, so let me, cause she emailed it too.
Yeah, she's gonna like print it out, cause they had a big sad glitch and everyone, here's some mess their whole system.
Yeah, they said it was nice.
Mhm.
And that was certified.
Got one. We don't need all of that stuff, right?
That's what they use to get to the,
Yeah, yeah.
get to the tax rate.
This is what they throw at you.
Yeah.
They don't read the stuff. So this is what they don't want you to read. That's how they get it, huh?
look at page 2, this is what it should be, it's number 18A. Should be what we're trying to approve. I don't have confirmation of that, but that should be it.
This is the worksheet.
Right. Yeah, this is, yeah.
You'll see that line 18A. Yeah, that 108. That should be the one that we're trying to approve. And it's also, I found it on another one of those sheets she has, but it's still on the grand total sheets, but, the one that says 240 of 279 back in the back.
Line 26.
Yes, it is.
So that's what we're doing now.
Well, 20% is where we are currently.
What is this 27 up here, Mary, line 26? What is that? No
So
new
that's,
revenue.
that's the no new revenue rate? No, they don't, you get to pick. That's just saying,
So if we approve this, is that what it goes to, the 27 cents?
if you were to approve it.
If
I
you
wouldn't-
approve 27,
I
we
wouldn't
got
suggest
two
that.
forward. Yeah.
Oh.
It can go up to that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so because of our not doing an audit, we can go up to that number, but
So
Is the
if
sheriff people?
we're at.
No,
That's
so,
included.
no, so, to answer that question for you, when I talked to Mr. Tully, so, I know you see the construction on the bank up here?
Yes.
So that bank purchased that bank.
I think I found it, Bob.
So,
Okay, 'cause I was thinking,
the
It wasn't the
county,
form that I was looking for,
is
but I
going to
found
buy
the
that
number
one.
in the worksheet.
I was thinking I there
no
seen it
prosperity,
somewhere.
the county's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna put,
I certify, blah, blah, blah.
no, they're buying the bank.
I know, but they bought right next to the bank as well.
So they're buying the property to do some stuff there, but they will, this is what Tully told me, he got a little mad because the judge told him to go do this, and they went out there and got all the stuff, found the property to do it, and the judge told them they didn't have no money. They were not happy, Tully was not happy. So as it stands right now, they don't have funds to do anything. So, he said, we'll be there a while, cause the judge said, after we went through they went everywhere trying to find property, you know.
Looks like our values went down.
And so, but anyway, they don't have any money to do anything with it.
So they're gonna stay where they
They were
are.
three. There were
If
$3
they find the
million.
money.
Yes, sir, good.
And
Over
so-
budget?
Yeah, they were 3 million over their budget, and then he said they did something, they changed some tax numbers, and they got it down to 106,000. And so, they don't have money to do anything, so they'll be at our buildings for a while.
Okay. I'm so curious. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So what did we ever figure out?
Tax, but we need to increase their return.
Yeah, I was just.
Then you gonna push them on out the door.
He said they'll be there for another 2 years, because they don't have any money to do nothing.
They were. I think we did a 2-year contract, didn't we?
So when does that come up for renewal?
Not until next year, I think we did it last
year.
Yeah, last year. Is- You were on the council when we did it, right?
Yeah, she was. So anyway, that's, he said, don't worry, we ain't going
It is
nowhere.
convenient there.
Yes, so.
They're just trying to get the building tied up so they don't lose the property. That's what they're trying to do right now.
We were at 108, does that say 109? We went down to 108.
Yes.
So our values actually went down. Yeah, they did.
I saw
109 to 108.
Cause I looked over here and I saw where we lost something.
Yeah.
So she's saying
In total, in
saying
total.
109.
She's certified the 108.
I wish somebody would tell the tax office this,
Yeah,
because
Well, and that's not everybody.
This dropped 10,000.
Good gosh.
It's just in total.
It'll go up.
So,
Taxes are still going up.
Good.
it looks like we're trying to certify this 108,935.
Yes.
014.
Well, if you'll get the mop.
Old.
So that's.
108,935, 014.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I'm looking at all this other stuff that's dropped.
And believe me, that's a very complex worksheet.
Yeah.
So,
Yet again, thanks to our state government.
so the numbers we're wanting to approve on our calculations.
Well, where we're at 24.
For 35-25 tax year, yeah, that's 0.24.
Well, we're not doing tax rate, we're
No,
just doing this
the
value.
value. We gotta
So
approve the
I make a
values.
motion to approve the certified values for the 2025 tax year.
We gotta wait for LaJohn.
Oh, yeah, we gotta come back.
Yeah. We got to.
We gotta wait for her to have a roll on there. You're up, LaJohn. No pressure.
She's second.
She made her find the mop back.
It's not bad, I
She
think.
said she didn't make it. She said she didn't make it.
I told him you went to get the mop back.
I did. If I'd have waited any longer, we would have needed it.
All right, so now that you're back, I make a motion to approve the certified values for the 2025 tax year at 108,935, $14.
I'll second.
Got a second by Valerie. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, going on to 21, review and set days for budget hearing, adopting budget and setting tax rate.
Did she give you deadlines for them?
For them,
County?
they want everything like by September first. I don't know that we
Ooh.
can, no, I'm sorry, the end of September for everything, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so
We got to end of September.
you would need to do your public notice the same time we did that other one for
Yeah.
the other stuff
And we'll,
and do by September 11th.
And
Or
the earliest I
this
can
one.
get it in the paper right now would be August 11th. I mean, if I put it in there August 31st, if I went in tomorrow and called them and had it in next week, if I can get it in next week.
Cause
August
we still need to
31st.
review budget.
So she said probably the earliest I could get it in would be the first week of September.
Mm.
And I
You
had to
better
wait for us
set
to
it
set a
for-
date today and
We're
call
gonna
her
have
in
a
the
special
morning.
meeting then, huh?
yeah.
Probably to actually adopt it,
Mhm.
cause we
It
haven't
has
even
to
looked
be
at
in
the
there.
budget.
Yeah.
It has to
So,
be in there 14 days or 10 days.
and so the public hearing basically is just to kind of discuss and kind of go for a proposed tax rate, all that stuff, and then actually, and setting the adoption date.
So can we do that at our next meeting? I mean, I'll get y'all,
That's on the 11th, so we got to the end of September to get it turned.
but then it
into-
has to, we have to have it on the website for like 30 days
31 days.
On the 11th.
It has to be posted to the website, 31 days. But that's just the proposed, like,
Right.
whatever he's proposing, you go ahead and post it. That doesn't require any official paper notice or any of that stuff. You can go ahead and put that on your website. And then leave it up for 31 days, and then we do our public notice for our hearing and all that stuff. But we probably need to schedule a workshop or at least a review prior to that.
Yeah, so we can get it.
Well, I think your objective was to give me the budget by the 21st, but you're just about done with what you're looking at. So
Yeah.
I could probably have it early as Monday. We can't have a meeting until 15 days after, or after you.
It's,
Yes,
2
we do.
weeks, full 2 weeks and it's running the paper. Cause it's just like a public hearing notice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so it almost has to, we have to see when I can really get it in the paper, cause I called and she's like, as soon as y'all set your dates, you need to call me and I'll tell you if you can get it in there. So, I mean, I can call her tomorrow and then kinda reach out to everybody and tell you, okay, this is the earliest I can get it in the paper.
So what
See
about
what you can
like,
get it in there for, and then we're gonna have to have a special call meeting to get this thing set before the end of September.
right, cause we'll have to have a meeting to discuss it and everything.
Correct.
But what if we pushed, the final adoption public hearing out till after that? That way it gave us room to have extra meetings before then to kinda get where we need to be, so that by that date, we know what
So
we
when is
want.
our?
So we set, we do the adoption of the budget, and then we can set the tax rate the same day.
You can do the public hearings and the adoption the same day.
Let's do that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, if you push that out to like the 25th, then it give us room to have some special meetings and some discussions and kinda know where we're going by the 25th, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's a Thursday, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know what works for everybody, the 22nd through the 26th,
As of now.
which the 22nd I'm out because I have a council meeting myself.
I don't plan that far ahead.
We know every fourth Monday of every month is our regular
Oh,
council meeting at
gotcha.
Kaufman, and I'm doing my budget amendments and stuff that day, so I have to be there.
Okay, so we're gonna have to have a meeting before the 25th, so what date do we wanna look at for that then?
Oh, 22nd? Okay.
Right, Mary, just not.
Yeah, just not the 22nd.
Just 1 second, that's on your Monday, so.
Did you get your names?
Really?
No, cause I.
So, what is, cause one of the things we can't, well, we just can't adopt it before, so we got 31 days it has to be posted before we can adopt it or have a public hearing. But we can actually discuss, like have a workshop prior to that. Yeah. So anytime between now and say the week of the 18th, 19th. And I would probably give yourself room for maybe one or two, just in case. It took us forever and a day to go through that thing last time, so, and I think we had at least 2 meetings then. So maybe set one, the
So
last week of
we can't do it on the
August.
22nd, then do it for.
This is August.
Oh.
Should we do maybe a workshop the last week of August, or?
Either that or set it for.
Labor Day weekend is the first.
So we'll have a meeting on the
First is on
11th.
Monday.
Yeah,
Do it for.
I am out of town the 28th. Of August. What did you say, Charles? The end of September, is that what you said?
Yeah, 18th of September,
For a workshop?
to approve our budget and everything else, is that what we're talking about?
We'll probably need to schedule workshops first, and then decide what we're gonna do for approving the
But by
budget.
the date, we can't do it before, by the time it goes in the paper and doing all that, we gotta wait, so we
Yeah.
can't do it before it's gonna be today's.
We can have a workshop.
Yeah, we can have a
Yeah, workshop doesn't have to have notice.
Yeah, workshop that we can.
So do a workshop on the 18th of September, or no?
I would do a little earlier than that way if we had to do another one before we actually adopt. Like say we get halfway through the budget and then we need more time.
End of August?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, maybe the end of August for one. Workshop and then have one more possibly scheduled if needed in September and then set our
The
adoption
closer we
date.
get,
As long as it's not a Wednesday or a Friday, that's my time for the Lord. Other than that, I can make arrangements.
What about like August twenty-sixth? It's a Tuesday. Twenty-eighth, I'm leaving out of town.
Okay.
26th?
Yeah, so maybe the twenty-sixth for a first workshop. Does
Okay.
that work for y'all? So, workshop, 26th. Lejana, does that work?
Do that, John?
What, you said the
August
26th?
For the first
26th
workshop?
August.
That's August. August. Did you say that was time? Six, seven, I mean, if we push seven, and probably six, if people don't get
It's
here by
hard for me to
six,
get
or?
here at 6. I mean, by then, let's see.
Or maybe